Neteru, talking about spirituality from the ancient Egyptians' perspective. Talking about what else? Talking about Neteru and all these things. Hopefully a few people from there come over here and we can continue the conversation. I asked Baba Banochi to look at Pyramid Text 318 when he said something about Kundalini. And I just wanted to do a video talking about that. But let's get right into it.
I've been bout my papyrus since I've been in it. Put me in the debate, you know I'm gon' win it. If I scream black power, don't get timid. If I say black city, I'm talking about Kemet. If I say black city, I'm talking about Kemet. Primary research and we done pushed it to the limits. All you dudes finished. The king counting cattle up with brother Reggie. When I'm in Oakland smoking, bro, they love the Chevy. Back in the day, it was the spokes on the chariot. Long procession when the king got carried out to every spot. Woman looking nice as ISIS. I read ancient texts, so my advice is priceless. Nubian gold, your ice don't entice us. Beating me harder than counting grains in your spices. Your heart was beating, but your brain dead. You're lifeless. Yo, they ain't nothing like us, yo. Don't try to make me mad. Make me smile and say you love me, man. That's real right there. Come on. You should listen to your main man's advice. Do a YouTube and apologize like Dice. Or the back fade coming like the Antichrist. Egyptologists sent me reading and said that I'm nice. I got a Stella with your name on it. I'm like Sargon. You the type of dude wake up in your car gone. Told because of the money you owe. Before you stream, you should clean up that humble abode. Like Akhenaten City for my woman in gold. I keep the pseudos running, people coming in droves. You catch me on a live stream with Pan-African James. When we building, call us by our African names. I'm for the children. And ain't nothing happened to change. We on that black hype, so we still packing them things for protection. Got connections, My complexion, pure black, that's the essence. Make me smile. You love me? Show me some love. All right.
What's up with the people? Just got off a good show. Man, if somebody know Baba Banochi, hit him up, tell him to watch this show right now. Brother Reggie, let me call Reggie, man. I need Reggie in here, man. I'm calling Reggie. You ain't escaping, Reggie. I'm calling you, Reggie. On the phone. Come on, let's listen to this conversation. Because he know why I'm calling him. If I call Reggie, I'm either in New York, I either got some finding or some research. Let's see what Reggie said when I hit him up. Come on, Reggie, you on the hotline. The phone ringing low. I don't know what's going on with that. Reggie, you not gonna answer? Come on, bro, you better answer. You know I'm calling you. See? How you gonna be not answering right after that show? Because you already know. He's laughing somewhere. Slash is calling me. All right, if Reggie.
If Reggie leave your name and number, I'll get back.
Oh, he gonna send me to the answer machine.
Mailbox is full.
You trying to get up out of this one. All right, somebody track down Reggie, tell Baba Banochi, somebody get Jabari, get everybody. And we're going to do this live. But I'm going to play this last tune so we can get it in. Come on, put out the signal. Say something in the chat. Make the stream go better.
Yeah, and I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. Alright, it's getting kinda dirty in these YouTube streets. The Amin Ra squad, God thinking you dudes weak. Islam or Judaism, where you learn what you dudes teach. The West African rappers slapping with that voodoo speech. All that sub-Saharan terror about.
Oh, okay, that's cool, that's cool.
Or that agricultural farmer that grew you wheat for the storehouse.
Yeah, because that's the easy way out.
Hebrews and lead the people When we defeat the feeble, they wanna know polite rip me off, but Sonetta paid me my money though, that mean he 100. And I'ma work 'cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. Nubian with the jewels, I rock the pinky. I think Jesus got to save me, a doctor save me, a Dr. Inky. I cop the copper jewels all blue and red. I'm not the chakra doctor y'all claim woke, but you in bed, you won't pop a chopper, you Grandmaster J. You just talk and talk.
Yeah. Click the link, put up a comment, let's go.
Y'all gonna have to pardon my Moorish. That's Tahaka Bay. I'm on that black African power on my darkest day. And that's my brother Ankh stomping them other punks. We brought the berries to Italy, you loving the Moors.
That's right.
And now I'm teaching from my shrine like brother Jabari. Scope in the savannah, 'cause I'm on another safari.
We can stop that. Peace to y'all. Shout out to the people. Y'all who was watching that show. It was about Baba Banochi teaching us about Kemet. You feel me? And it'd be some things that I came across in the text that I want my elders who read the Neteru to take a look at. And, you know, we was talking about a few things. He cleared up a lot of things about the Neteru. Kind of like what a lot of us have been saying. I wish I had time to speak more, but when you got that many knowledgeable people on the panel around me, I like to be quiet. And so I got a chance to learn some things. I asked my brother, could he look at Pyramid Text 318? I don't argue that it ain't no, I don't argue Kundalini and Kemet. I wish somebody could hit Baba Banochi, tell him to watch this show. I know one of y'all got his line. I just asked Reggie for his line, but it's good. Of course, I don't argue no Kundalini and Kemet, but looking over the text all the time, when I see something, I need to get some qualified opinions on it. And so we're going to just look at that at one point in time. I'm not saying Kundalini. I'm saying snakes starting at the arete, the hindquarters, a snake that starts at the hindquarters, that travels up the spine, that comes out the head in Kemet. So I don't know what to call that really. I don't say Kundalini, I know that's a mistake. But I need qualified answers. Because if we find these things and we can find that people have made errors in translating the text and we bring it back in a way that kind of means something, we need people just to look at things like that. Peace to everybody in the chat. What's up, ATL? Up. Mahakala, what's up? RTP, yeah, let's do it. Y'all is out there and y'all ain't putting nothing up in the chat, put something up so we can talk about these things. So then, I don't know, man. I ain't been convinced that the Neteru that gods ain't a good, I'll say. I ain't been convinced. Right? Because there's certain rituals and tradition and certain things man does when they talk, I ain't got no better word. Trying to avoid saying God. When addressing divinity. It's certain things consistent throughout, just like man, like certain different groups of man when addressing divinity. That's why we come up with like what they call mudras and mantras, incantations, asking something that's not there to bring you a physical effect in your reality. That could be plenty of things. I'm not limiting the semantic range on that. But then when we do start to do a sense of philology and we actually start looking over the text, these things, I don't know, man. Like we talked about the term dua today, which my teacher, I'm saying Baba Bonacci gave a real good explanation. He said appreciation. Dua, we often say thanks. We know it can be used to say thanks. So then we say dua ra. There's a hymn to Ra that starts dua ra. Appreciate Ra, thank Ra, or what some translate as praise Ra. Avoiding praise, because praise could get mixed up with prayer. Praise and prayer is two different things. Praise is adoration, right? You know, like, well, it's more than adoration. So that appreciation. That's a good question, Side 12. He says, how do you describe what Egyptians thought spells did? First of all, when we say spells, Egyptians didn't have no word for that right there. Hakka don't go to spells. What happened was E.A. Wallace Budge and them seeing that every time there was supposed to be a recitation that brought forth some that was thought to bring forth some physical change in your reality, they labeled it a spell. So the reason why they do this is because in the Neteru, it will say Jed on. No, it won't say Jed on. That's said by. But it's like instructing you to say something at that part. So either it'll be Jed on or they use Jed on a lot, right? For what they translate back as a spell. But if you translate it, it says said by. Now, a lot of the times in certain texts where they would do that, they'll take the said by and then they'll see what's said after that and see it's not necessarily Hakka in that instance. Hakka is something different. And we can also go through the text and see if we besides the one text I found of the Nubian magicians fighting the Kemetic magicians, I don't know of too many times, just me, I don't know of too many times that humans, y'all can fix me because y'all know more than me, that humans have actually used Hakka. We can look it up. It's no big deal. See, that utterance of ain't Hakka. That's going to be something different. If you're going with the who, that might be different. You feel me? And you got that in utterance of, like he said right there. That's something that they often translate as a spell if they think what's after that statement is supposed to bring you some type of physical change in your reality. They just called it a spell. So in dealing, there's a lot of, also, I agree that there is not one ancient Egyptian word for spiritual. You might not easily find that word. But then I would just ask my brothers to think everything ain't just said like that in the ancient Egyptian grammar. You also have different ways that you form ideas. And there's a base term, if I can put it on the screen. I'm going to clear it off what I got in the J says. I think I could put let's see. We've been dealing with this term a lot lately. Then I go back and then put just an X, right? This right here, though, right? But then you got to go back and put the papyrus roll. What's that going to be, Z1? I'm not showing y'all. Hold on, let me show y'all. Who remember the papyrus roll? I mean, the papyrus roll is Y1, bro. Stop playing. So let's hit them off one time. Y1, right? Let's see. Oh, hold on. I just did something else to change the command on my thing. This is what I mean. Y1 over here should papyrus roll up. Hold up, Y1. Okay, cool. Now, first of all, I'm just going to take us back to this for a minute. And as we see as a papyrus roll behind it, I'm going to understand what this is in front of it as an intangible concept. This is just me. You can just see how I understand these things and how whether it renders the right or wrong. Now, if we take this term and put it in a dictionary, you just put did I do an A and an X? A and an X, right? Right? We're going to see some things like Brother Banochi was teaching us. Boo, this is just really like a particle. If you find boo by itself, it's going to give you like a place. But you see boo in front of Nefer right here, it's just still saying the good. Boo is helping turn this into a noun without you forming a nisba or you really, if it's an adjective, then you have to form a nisba. You want to like do a participle on an adjective. So in order to get this popping, they doing the same thing. Boo, ah. But look what the intangible concept is the most useful, right? So they're getting usefulness out of this ak. But we also got to always look at the semantic range because this akbar here, they giving us this now, that's shinu and ak. They say priest of the dead, mortuary priest. That's because this got some relation to do with spirits. So you can start seeing, we're going to peek the semantic range of this term. There go another one. You see it with the ka arms around it. You don't say ka ak, you say sh. And this is a KH probably. So maybe it's like I ain't even trying to pronounce it. Shekinu ak, right? Or whatever, but it's like a priest of the dead. Now look at how this, like Baba Manochi taught us, this is associated with good things, successful things, right? Look, successful, right, glorious, splendid, excellent. But notice that's adjectival. Okay, so we always gonna look at the word class so we can peep game. Now look at this. We got ak with a hand out, and that's akka. You see it got a different sound at the end. And that's a stonemason that's not related to what we're talking about, really. And so even though you got this determinative behind ak, it's like to grow green, to become green. I don't want us to fall off. Now check this out. This ak says spirit, right? And it says the spirit state or transfigured. But this isn't to be taken as spiritual. This is kind of like one who is a venerated ancestor. You would probably call him Aku. You feel me? Like a successful spirit, right? But there's ways that the grammar allow you to say different things. Because basically, don't let nobody fool you. This shouldn't be translated to be spiritual. If you want to know why, because this is a deceased state most often. If they talking about this, they talking about spirit. If they talking about success, right, or something glorious, that could be in your lifetime as this adjective. So I don't want us to get it confused, but we got the ak here, right? It's giving a spirit. Now notice something. It's not showing you here, so let's find another one where it shows you this word category. You already know a spirit is a thing. So you know the category we're dealing with when we see ak as a spirit is a noun. Now look, this is the verb state of it. And normally these ancient Egyptian words appear as the verb state. You see becoming a spirit. So when I go over verb, peep game. And so look at the difference. This is also how Kim came into the lexicon as becoming black, the verb first, then the noun uses was later and the adjectival uses. Probably adjectival before the verb, obviously, and then to the noun, a black thing or one that is black or whatever. But become a spirit, be beneficial, be useful. We will see the range with it being glorious, glorified, successful, splendid. It also means that when you are as a spirit, this is a successful spirit. This is, you're not, I don't want to say this person is my akaru. Y'all can fix that and tell me, of course they my akaru, but still, because they your ancestors. Look, spirits, but don't get this twisted. This is a noun. Right? So they talking about a thing. Right? Now they're saying spiritual power. Well, they don't got the actual, hey, but they're just don't mess that up. This is the dictionary. We're going to get to the root of the cause. So it's behind this entity, this spirit being glorified, being blessed, and being, see, they even saying being holy, right? I don't got a definition for spiritual. I'm just going just like Baba Banochi said. It ain't really no word for that. But what we're going to see is, this is why this good spirit is deceased. So this man is not in no spirit, ain't spiritual walking around the earth. We could go look at most of the instances of when they talking about a spirit that is royal-like or, glorious. They're talking about someone who's deceased. So we trying to see, when does this apply to a human? Then you could say, in some regard, use the grammar to see when somebody formed a term to say that they were spiritual. See? And it did occur. It did occur. But like Baba Banochi said, it ain't just that one word for it. Right? So we can subtract, because this one says glorified, blessed, or holy, right? So they still got glorified on one of the terms that also is like holy, because they know the root got to do with spirit. So therefore, we just looking at all of the semantic range. Good, fang. To be a spirit is going to make it a verb. That thing is dead. It's not a human being a spirit. Now, what happens when we get a grammatical case called the stative? The stative is a case when you use different pronouns to let the reader know you're in a state of whatever the verb is. Now you got to remember, I said whatever the verb is. I ain't never seen no statives on the noun. It probably could happen. That's for you to read up on. Since we're dealing with the root to become a spirit, remember? Becoming a spirit is the verb. Like becoming black is the verb state of Kim. You can find that in the dictionary. So what's going to happen? If an ancient Egyptian speaker went into, he wanted to say he was on the earth as one of these things that are dead, he's going to have to form a stative out of the root verb. So to give an example, and I don't know if this would be the best example, but we're going to take wow. Which now I'm going to show you in the dictionary. It's going to do the same thing. We're going to learn that wob, to purify, actually comes from the verb first. But watch this. If I put the WB, so they might be to do WAB. All right, pulling up with some good music. Hold up, let's see if I can get the wob purified first, because what they want me to do different about wob? I want wob like purification. what they want different? W's, lowercase a, b? No, they tripping. Yeah, W lowercase a, b. See, that's what they wanted. So you see pure, purify, but look, hold on. We're going to look at the word categories. Because you got to look at to become pure or now pure. What is pure? It's like describing something, dog. So that's got to be, I mean, that's not a noun. That can't be a noun. Right? So hold on, let's do this. It is pure. Now they're using it as a noun. I mean, no, I don't know. Let's see. We about to get to it. All right, here we go, right here. This is what I want. I knew I was right. It start really with purify, right? Then you could change the verb, because you can see how the grammar works to where we know when they get down to pure. And they'll change it from a verb to a noun, so we got to purify, right? That's how you state it as a verb. Now this is a noun case of it. It's a man. He's a wild priest. So what they did was took purification, take it out of the verb sense, and sometimes in order to do that, you got to make another sound. But in this one, they don't seem to do, we don't. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, they don't make no another sound to let us know that this is a wild priest, but sometimes they might say the word priest around that. But if you see a wild, it could still be a priest, right? So we're just tripping of how it's a verb to purify. One who purifies is a wild priest, right? Feel me? Well, let's keep going. And we're going to see some things. Now, look. So what do you think this is? Purify oneself is an action. To bathe is an action. To cleanse is an action. It's got to be a verb. See, they say an adjective plus a noun. What's going on here? Adjective plus a noun. I guess I'm going to have to just accept that. But I thought that if you purify oneself, that was an action. Naughty tree. I ain't tripping. To become a priest, we still looking at the semantic range of the term. Don't even be tripping. Because when you go more exhaustive, it's better, not worse. It's not like it's taking a long time. We learning. See, the priest, the Hathor, this is how they saying it now. And we could get that they just saying this. But notice here. They just still saying to purify. Now, if there's let's take the verb case of it. Right, purifying, right? And then let's deal with the wild. And we'll come back to this. I'll just write it under here, if I can. All right, so the wild will give us the W capital A B, right? But they ain't doing it. They want me to do a lowercase a. W lowercase a b? Yeah, okay. So we got the wild, which we know means in the verb sense, especially if it's starting sentence, it'll probably be purifying. So now we about to do a simple, just so that we can keep going, a simple, so we can learn something. I'm going to put a suffix on it. Remember this, if this is purifying, now this is a Sejm F form. So this is a incomplete action. It is ongoing. How do you say purify, like the verb purifying? You put a he on it and the action is ongoing. He's purifying, probably. That'll be perfect. He's purifying. But then this was going to happen. Now I'm just showing y'all extra because this is going to make sense when we get up to this. That's called a Sejm F. He's purifying, not purified. Yep, he purifies. That's a good one too, because it's still in that state. But now this is going to be a Sejm N, check game. Sejm N F, right? So this took us to a completed action because we threw this in like a was or a has. This ain't hard, bruh. I'm telling you, we gonna grasp this. So look, we remember this verb was, you only form Sejms like a Sejm F, Sejm NF. That's a verb form. So we identified the verb was at the front to purifying. You can't say pure because that's going to be more like a thing or an adjective. Purifying. Now, if this put it as a completed action, not a tense, because ancient Egyptian don't got tense, but you read it like a tense. And this is still your suffix pronoun for he. But remember this is in the, this is dependent, but it's not what you call dependent. It's called like, this has to be attached to the word. This is part of the word when you pronounce it. So I forgot, it's suffix conjugation. That's what it is. And so what's happening is we're going to say he was purified. Why are we doing that? Come on, I'm going to show you the difference. And now y'all going to peek gang. Because you never going to even see this on this. Because this is a dead person. So unless they're talking about the deceased spirits, you're not going to see this on this. What we're going to learn is what we will see on that. We probably most often won't see, unless they say he was glorious, they won't be talking about a spirit. Feel me? If you see an NF after this, you got to ask yourself first, and erase the other one. First, is this a dative to him? Glory to him? No. Glory of him? Probably not. Then you're going to say he was glorious. Now, is glorious a verb? See? So you got to keep it popping. He was glorifying, if that will work. And that won't work. Nah, it ain't he has a spirit. You know that. But let's go back to the last one. I accidentally erased it. Let me see if I can control Z. So we learned about purifying. Then this is he was purified. Now let's keep it going. Wait. Nope, that ain't. Yeah, wait. I gotta go again because that's not passive. Somebody say he was purifying. Yep, that's active. He's doing the action. So I don't want us to mess that up. Let me put that back up there again. This ain't passive. Right? It's supposed to be active, so I think he's doing the action. If any of y'all do the grammar in the chat, help with that. But anyway, we got that right. So he has purified, or no, that's if it's active. If he's doing the action, he has purified, and that's what I think it is. But he say he was glorified. So you saying it's passive, Pooh. So let's think about that for a minute. I got a chart on that. I'm just going to pull up the chart, dog. Matter of fact, I'm in the book right now, but the book ain't popping up. Anyway, I don't want to throw us off because I ain't going to throw us off. We're going to keep on the teaching. We will come back to that in a minute. Y'all can remember the voice. You missed the object of the act. You're missing the object of the action. Let me go back. No, we're not even finished. This is just starting this, right? And this don't even make no, I'm taking this one off. Now, this is just starting what we're trying to say. Because I'm just showing a Sejm NF with purifying. But what's going to wind up happening is this, and this is what we need to recognize. A K, a W, and a man or a reed leaf. Now, this is what we call a state of construct. And now this state of construct, if I could just copy it to the top, can also be formed on this term right here. Let me make it smaller. Maybe not that small. Okay, that's cool. The state of construct can definitely, and I can show you instances where this state of construct is formed on this word. And this will be the closest thing that you could actually argue that a person was saying they was being spiritual. Because this is pulling the state of, a state of is existing in a state of. Okay? So you could say he existed in a state of glory. No, this is existing in a state of purification. So how do you say that? You're not going to say, I exist in a state of purification. Right? What are you going to say? You're talking about you incarnate in this point when you form a stator. So you're taking it out the combos, and then some will say glorious. I was in the state of glory. So, they'll try to say, glorious. But it can be argued that they saying they in a spiritual state. I didn't make this construct up. When they're in a state of purification, they are just, I'm just like pure. See, here's the thing. This is wild, right? Watch this. Let's start learning about gemination now. I'm going to put another B. So let's see what happens if I put another B right here. Let's see what happens. Watch this. No, don't fall for that. They're supposed to, they're not probably going to show us the best because they don't probably have all the germinating forms in here. So maybe I'm going to just put WBB without the A and see what happens. They're not even going to do that. All right, well, we're going to have to go into the grammar book to deal with that. But I'm only putting forward that maybe it's not a word, but maybe it's a particular construct that calls one to say they exist in a state of, and I'm just going to be fair, glory, splendor, but then they try to say holiness and a glorified spirit. So I would ask what my brothers who know the grammar say about that, right? No, this could be done, bruh. So this could be done. This could be a complete sentence, and we could ask somebody, we could go into the text. This could be, I am in a state of cooling. But it's only one B right here, so it's still purification. Watch this. Maybe I can pull it out the dictionary a different way. Watch when I put cooling, another B gonna pop up. It should, right? And we're gonna see why. Oh, okay, excuse me. It's the gemination on kebab, not purification. So let me change the first two just for the fun part. Just put a Q and a B, and we're gonna learn something about this. Because this same thing happens with the verb state of be. So this is purification too, but this is a different result. I don't want us to be confused. Wob don't never go back to being cool. Now look at this verb, but this ain't really the infinitive. But oh man, let me try to just put a K and a B so you can see what I mean. Now, when we put a K and a B, we might get the simplest form of, well, they always got it germinating in this dictionary. But we could probably, oh nope, see, they probably, that's saying to multiply. So it's hard to see what it's trying to see. Because the second B don't necessarily, it don't have to pop off of there. Let me see. All right, well, I don't want nobody, but basically if you take this term, this verb, and form a state of off of it, it's like saying I'm chilling. And it's because it's like you're in a state of coolness. You're in a state of calm. But they form statives off this all the time. And that's something crazy. It's not saying I'm in a state of I'm not purifying. They're trying to say, so cold is the adjective too, but cold could be like a thing. But whatever. Let's keep it going. I would only ask us to look at this right here, the stative formed on this term, and we can look at it right now. We want to see if it ever occurs in the text. We could do that right with the snap of a finger. So we go to the text corpus, right? And this is another one. I'm gonna just put this out here. I didn't want to do this, but look, Here we are praising the nature. Now we can start from the beginning because we got a boo neb. So this is just everybody. Because boo ain't nothing but the particle on the neb. That's all. Not neb master because the boo got this particle in front of it. So now upon praising the nature. Now this was gonna kill him. I hope Jabari snipped this, especially since Reggie didn't take my call and he's going on another show. Snip this, Jabari. Right now, let me move my thing off the screen. And then willing they wig with this. Look. Now, all upon dua appreciating the nature. But what does this say? Upon concerning, what does it say? Nahit. Nahit. Nahit is prayer. Don't do me like that. Nahit is prayer. So you can't say dua ain't attached to prayer. Dua, we can read the whole thing. Let's go. So what we gonna do? I'll take the transliteration off the screen, bro. That's not fair. Take that off, right? That's cheating. So we got the boo neb for it. Now we're gonna click every word. Boo neb is gonna give you, again, everybody. Watch this. Everyone, right? So just follow me. Everybody upon are concerning. See, they say it's with the infinitive, so let me teach God. This is even gonna hurt even more. Note this, Jabari. Hair plus the infinitive. Hair plus the infinitive causes a gerund. So if this means praise, and you got hair plus an infinitive, so this don't mean praise, I'm gonna tell you why. Because praise ain't a verb. So this is praising or appreciating. But check this out. It is the hair plus the infinitive that caused the gerund. Let me put this up in here. Let me ask my phone. In grammar, what is a gerund?
A gerund is a verb ending in -ng that functions as a noun. It acts as a subject or object in a sentence, such as in running is fun. Would you like me to show you more examples?
Running, the ing was the gerund that they put on run. So if this means praise and it got hair plus the infinitive, you have to say praising. So you're not going to get around the grammar. But you don't have to say praise. Let's say everyone's thanking or everyone's adoring, ing, the nature. Something's broke off here and I don't want to look at the transliteration. Because we got hair plus another infinitive. To pray. So this is praying. Now why they gonna want to do that? How you praising and praying 2 words away, but it ain't like that though. So which word should I click so you can be convinced? It's going to take more than this, and this wasn't even what I was coming to, remember? I just had this on my screen from my earlier research. So this is, look, check it out. Buneb, hair, duanter, something blank. So this is, no, we ain't even trying to read. That's old school. We showing people the grammar so they can understand things. So this is a prepositional phrase when we click it. Watch this. It should say prepositional phrase. They're calling it a common noun. I'm going to take that. But really you can see it's made up of 2 words, and I'm just going to take that. I'm not trying to be excellent. I'm trying to spread some game. So look, buneb, but now we see how that's all people because they didn't put the people in there, right? So let's go back. Now we already looked at this was plus the infinitive, so we know that this is a verb in its generic form. Now, so if you take praise, to praise, yep, that's the generic, that's the infinitive. Now you put an ing on it, praising, because it's hair plus the infinitive. So this everyone praising the nature. Now let's go on and see what that is. I don't care. After the Neteru was an N right there. So they said it was an NE after this Neteru, right? So NE would mean for me or to me or I have. No, it is for me for some reason. Everyone praising the Neteru for me for I praying. No, he probably praying though. But they put the NE, which would be like for me. Now we got here plus another infinitive. Look at this infinitive. It is nehi, to pray. To ask for, to pray. So if you got a gerund that, what you got to do? You have to say praying. Why we got to gerund it? Because again, here plus infinitive is an ongoing action. It ain't complete. It ain't perfect. It's imperfective. We talking grammar. So if it ain't complete, he's praying. And this ain't complete. It's an action happening. So everybody is praising the Neteru for me, because they said this was a NE. Look, for, this is a prepositional N, because of, and it's going to say me. The I is going to be me, right? Because of me. Check the text input. Out, okay. Because of me. Now watch this. So everybody praising the Neteru because of me. That's what's right there. Now, upon praying, what? This is going to be like for some power, I guess. For protection. Upon praying for protection, bruh. Come on, bruh. Stop. Oh, to lay down, to offer, to endure. Man, I thought that was protection. But that's cool. That's fine. To lay, to last, to sacrifice, to lay down. I was wrong about protection. So they are to pray so that they lay down to upon the land in what's this? Some type of greatness? This is one word, and that's a word I'm not familiar with. Oh, it's a phrase. Look. Wait, that is that. Hold on, let me see. I might have got lost. But yeah, it's a phrase I'm not familiar with. Because so very. Okay. Fine. But now, just looking at this text that we accidentally came to, we should talk about how praising the Neteru is closely associated to prayer. For what did they say? To lay down. This ain't the foremost of the land. This would probably be I guess the first of the land, right? Upon. See, they just saying upon the land. Upon the land. That was their phrase. And then to praise again. So now they're going to praise the majesty. Now look, I mean, it kind of sounds close to that type of praise, but whatever, I don't want to get y'all lost. Because we was coming to look at something else that people probably can't remember, because I probably can't remember. So let's go back. We're going to see the state of, if they ever really formed the state of off of, I've seen it before, but off of, should I put a lowercase? Let's see if they form a state of off of this in the text. Right? Just to see. I didn't put the right version. Let me put a capital A. And then we're going to talk about this pyramid text. See, I was reading, I know y'all going to roll your eyes, but I was reading Mulata Ashby's work, and I necessarily didn't roll my eyes. I just knew some places where he was wrong at. Now look, to be powerful, right? To be fair and trick. So you could say he's in a state of power. He's in a state of being transfigured to be glorious, whatever. But we also got Ak, the spirit, which got more of a use case. 1,36 against 458. So when they use it more often, they're talking about to be a spirit. But look, a transfigured one, the blessed dead. This person ain't alive. But what if you form a stative off of this? If you form a stative off of it, then you are in a state of this as you are living. And there's only 1,000 occurrences, so that's the type of work we do. We try to go through. Now, in order to see it, I know what the state of formation gonna look like. So I'm just going, but look, this is also a respected, venerated spirit, like. But the stative is going to have a dot behind, well, no, it ain't. It's going to have a coup behind it. It's going to have coup behind it, right? Jiggle, now look, this isn't the stative, but it got a 2 behind it. So they saying all this stuff that ain't really on the screen. They say the embalmer feeding of the transfigured body. That's fine. And I'm noticing other things too, but it's cool. I'm not even about to go there. We ain't looking for that. I could get lost doing that. We're just simply looking for a state of form behind that. That's close. That ain't it though. So, and now, this is not a state of, this is something different, but you have to look at this too. This is a relative clause, right? But it don't say, what's the hair in the chair? The core in the chair, electric priest or whatever. I don't know, but let's keep looking. And I'm not gonna do this for too long. I think as soon as I said it, I think I found one. Well, they put a neb right there, so I'm wrong. So in case anybody wonder what I'm looking for, I'm looking to show that it might be a case that we're about to find somebody saying they actually spiritual. I know I've seen it before, so I ain't even tripping. But is no. So that ain't it. They just spelled out the word. So you got an F after here. This ain't stative. So they're gonna say something like his glory. Watch. If they don't got the translation, but they would say something like his glory. And I could do this all day. So what you looking for after this is this K with either a man or a chick. No, a K, a chick, and a man. Or just the chick and the man, which might be a queen. No, I really need the K, the chick, and the man. You can't mess that up. Right? And this is the little limited type of little stuff I could do. This is not exhaustive. This don't change nothing. You got to look in more places, but it give me a baseline for knowing. If I could just point out to you where they said that right quick, then what we going to do? I'm going to open up the chat. I wish I could have got my good brother Reggie on. Right? Right. I wish I could have. Now, it's a faster way probably to do this. Because since the state of ending, I think the state of ending, well, it's not independent at all. It's definitely dependent. But I don't know if they put a dot after it. And I'm just going through this and going through this. I keep saying the same thing. Right? So I'm not going to do it all, but we're just going to look. And then we're about to talk about this Kundalini thing. Now, I'm not just, all right, let me come on the screen a little bit while we're doing this. Because I'm not the buster who's going to be trying to say Kundalini was in Kemet. I mean, I'm not. I didn't see that. I seen something you need to look at. And then be visceral and astute and tell me what you see. Man, I know how to find this state of way quicker than this. No, they're not saying I'm being spiritual. They said I exist and I'm right now, I exist. It's like I'm in the state of the glorified. All right, here go one, but this ain't a state of. But this is different. Check this out. This is in the independent pronouns series. We should look and see if this is a human or what. It's a tomb inscription. See, they dead. So now he is professing that he is an excellent spirit. Because they put excellent, we know you're not saying glorified. Because why you say I'm an excellent glorified. But this is in the independent pronoun series, Anuk. But that was good to see. And now he say excellent too. Of something excellent. I don't even want to keep going because that ain't what we're looking for. But now I just noticed something. I was trying to translate this word in the text earlier, and now I know what it is. It's appear. It's this. So when I get back to that other text, now I know. So I could do this all day, and I'm not coming up with no examples of what I was looking for so far. So what is this? I sacrifice my dead. See, they call it my dead. All right, cool. Let me fall back on that. Because this ain't leading to nothing. I ain't seen it in no state of like this. There's another way to search it. And I think I might be boo-boo, so I ain't going to do that. Hold on. I'll find it, though. If somebody tell me that it ain't there, then I'll look for it vigorously. But right now, I think we could move on a bit. And there's the term stated just in a different time period. All right, so cool. I asked Brother Bonocci concerning what's it called? Kundalini. To look at a certain pyramid text, and I know he might peak game, but what I should have told him the catch to what I need him to see. Because if you don't study it, if you just look at it like, oh, this dude ain't talking about nothing, I didn't tell him what I needed him to see. So in ancient Egypt, there is a text for Unes. Baba Bonocci. First, there was a Bonocci Montgomery. So first there was a serpent at Unes' hindquarters. And then the serpent appears to travel up Unes' spine. And then, I don't know how much I'm injecting in there, but then it come out of his head. Now, I don't know nothing about nothing. I ain't just heard about too many serpents going up the spine. Like, you hear it all over, but it came from somewhere. So if I showed y'all, at least before I get castigated, and people saying that I was talking about Kundalini, could I at least show y'all that? No, it wasn't Santos Bonacci. I'm sorry. It was, I said it a few times, Bonacci Montgomery. So, is y'all gonna get mad at me and say I'm pseudo? Well, I don't really care. But maybe that's actually in the pyramid text. So it's going to be in the TLA. I ain't going to even have to go far. Watch this. I know how to find it. Because, see, there's certain Kemetic words that people ain't going to have in their lexicon. Because they're not the cool words. They're not the words everybody know to act like they can read the Medu Neter. Now, look at me mess up. It's going to be two of these words. One of them is for the nape of the neck. The nape of the neck. And this is going to come in to be key if we learn about our vertebrae. But the nape of the neck contains about 7 vertebrae. And they talking about it in this text, but they go from the hindquarters that you may say, or whatever, all the way up to the top of the head. Now, in order, in my theory, you're going to have to understand the difference between how many vertebrae we really got and the ancient Egyptian concept of the vertebrae. So right now, I'm going to hit y'all with these numbers before I do this and before you start thinking about teeth or something. I'm going to say 27, and I'm going to say, but just hear me out. Don't let me forget. I might have to say 27, 28, 29. Maybe. Let's see what's up. So 27, 28, it might be like them numbers of the night. Let's see. How many vertebrae does a man have? Don't think about the 30s. We're going to talk about this. Watch this.
Man typically has 33 vertebrae at birth, but this number changes to 26 in adulthood due to fusion. Breakdown of the adult spine. Adults have 24 individual movable vertebrae, plus 2 fused bones at the base. 7 cervical, neck.
7
12
cervical.
thoracic, mid-back. 5 lumbar, lower back. 1 sacrum. 5 vertebrae fused into 1. 1 coccyx, tailbone.
I know
4
you took
vertebrae
off the
fused into
33.
1.
It's cool
Would
because
you
that's
like to
what I
know
was
more
like.
about the
Don't think
specific
about that.
functions of each spinal
He
section?
went down to the 27. You noticed that when he said about adults. Now he said the number changes to 26 in adults due to fusion. But how much of that the ancient Egyptians knew, I don't know, but I can show you some things. Now check the game. So let me show you as I look for it. I know where I can find it, but in my own work, but that ain't like fair. I need to show you in the TLA. So what we're looking for is pyramid text 318. If any of y'all feel like finding it, go ahead. Y'all want to get the translation, go ahead. All the translations is wrong. But you're going to see how they wrong. So this is an Unes pyramid, and since I know one word that ain't in a lot of text, I'm simply going to tap the nap of the neck. Now, let me think about it. Transliter, it got to be NB, it got to be NBK, bruh. I'm just going off my memory. All right, it ain't NBK. Don't even trip. I ain't going to take too much time doing this. What's the nap of the neck? Let me think. NKB? Trust me, because I tripped off that. Hold on. Nah, okay, so I'm just going to do like this. Trust me, I know how to do this. It's going to be an S word then because I'm messing up, but watch this. So I want us to peek game when I find this word. I'm just going to put nap. Yo, and they put an E on it. Now watch this. Nap of the neck. So this one we got, this ain't the one we want though. This aha, that ain't the one we want. Nap of the neck, this the one, the S word. Okay, so let's remember this word. Now this is the nap of the neck. Now how much did AI, how many bones did AI just tell us is in the nap of the neck for it's 7. All right, so don't hate on me when I show you the hidden high science that you couldn't even see and then make it be like I'm bad for it. So that's just the nap of the neck though. There's plenty ancient Egyptian words for different parts of the spine, and this is the part that the ancient, now he wanted me to put NHB. I think that's the one I was looking for. Because you seen I put the NB. So let me see. Yeah, that's a neck right there too. The nap of the neck. That's probably the one we're gonna be dealing with too. Right? So peep game. Thank you, my brother. Now peep game with this. I'm gonna show you a snake that's representative of the hindquarters. And you should not see these things together. I just showed you the nap of the neck, bro. Stop playing with me. Everybody know where that's at on their damn body. So now when I show you the snake, that is the hindquarters, right? You're going to have to see how they messed this up. So let me show you even worse. I'm going to put in a word, or orifice, ANUS. And that's, they messed that up. See, I put that there, but they messed that up in a lot of dictionaries. So now I'm going to put HINDER, hinder parts. Watch this. So this is one way to see it, but don't be confused. Because why? This is the main way to say your hinder parts, talk about like your bottom, or they say the posterior, your back. They even say the back of a jaw, but this will be, you can see, is the hind parts of a animal. But if you want to get more specific, there's going to be a different body part. Now let me do this. Should I do A, or they want me to put another A probably. Let's see. So now, first of all, this right here ain't the one, but I just want to show you something. Where is the damn Uraeus? That's why jet. But I'm showing y'all, no. Aret comes out the head. And we know it as Wajet. Bruh, I'm trying to teach y'all, this is higher than them old teachings, peak game. Thank you, Ampu. That's my brother right there. He got it all right in the chat. Now watch this. But this is the Neteru just sent me here to show y'all. What does this say? It says RX, right? You see a snake. This is the snake in your hindquarters. But this is when she come out your forehead. Dude, y'all gonna be like tripping that I could teach you this and ain't nobody showed you that. I don't care. Show me where I'm wrong. I'm gonna open the link. I'm a Magi Archer. I'm not nothing else. You feel me? So this is what it's gonna be. Watch this. Look. I dare you to say this ain't about to work. So thank to my brother Ampu, who just put it in the chat. Y'all see first that it's a different snake that they call in the Uraeus. It's Aret. But who is Aret? Wait till I put this in the chat. IART. Who is Aret? See, you know her as this, but watch this. What does it say here? Hinder parts. Hinder parts. Hinder parts. Now watch when the snake is at the hinder parts. That's her at your forehead. But Aret is literally the hinder parts. And some people tried to say it was the anus, for lack of a better word. That's why they was trying to say between the buttocks. They didn't know what was going on. So we got Aret here. They're telling you it is the Uraeus. They haven't went to the hinder parts or the hindquarters. And so I'm just going to have to show y'all from a different source that's more qualifiable. I'm going to put her in here, IART, and I might have to put a J in here, right? And we're going to peep game about this term. And then we're going to go to Pyramid Text 318. Hold up. So they want me to put a dot? They shouldn't, but they want me to. Now here she go. Now look. Don't even trip, because Aret indeed is the divine serpent, right? Now look, she's the ascending one. What does ascending mean? Stop playing with me. Ascending mean to go up. I'm tired of this. Dudes is just not even in the metal nature. How I'm gonna be sitting back humble? I got fire, bruh. So now you got her as the snake coming out the forehead. Now she's Aret means the ascending one. Let's locate Aret down in the hind quarters. All right. So what's gonna happen? There's gonna be some magic metal nature. Take the A off. How can I do stuff like that? Let's keep looking. Nope, they're giving you the wrong one. Hold up. I think this dictionary might let us go with the bad word. I don't know why they said it meant this, so I'm gonna put it in there so you can see for yourself. And I can show you how this is a mistranslation. See? Now watch what pop up. When I put that rectum word in there, now watch what pop up. Oh, man, they didn't do it. So I got to find a dictionary that's going to show you that before I can continue, right? But you should know that, oh, No, I don't. I could just go to Pyramid Text 318. Because that's going to show you it. Right? And so let me just continue. So if some people don't know RET to be the hind, I think they fixed it. Maybe the TLA fixed it. I mean, I don't know if people be following our work or whatever, bro. But come on, dog. How could this not be there? Let me see. I got to show you something. Because this was the bad word that I was like, it don't mean that. So let's see. All right. There she go. What is that called? Can y'all read that word? RET. Can you read Neteru? It says RET. But they're telling you the RET is the hinder parts, the hindquarters, so have you. Now hold on. I want y'all, now look. Now we got RET as the serpent of Uranus. Now I'm going to take the text and show you where this RET, the serpent, is chilling at the hindquarters. All right, and that happens in Pyramid Text 318, and then she ascends through the hindquarters. So in order to find it quick, we're going to go, I guess this is quick. I'm going to go AR.T, not the other one. I'm going to try AR.T real quick, just real quick. Oh, there go Brother Reggie. I was trying to get you to come on the show. I'm live. What's up with you? Because I wanted Baba Banochi to watch. Uh-huh. Oh. It's all good. Come on. Thank you. Peace. All right, yeah. Reggie said he can't come on. It's all good. So look, here's our rep for hindquarters. Let's just look at the use of this and see what text this is being used in. It's only 13. That's how you know they messed that up, kind of. Because they were saying, now look, Unez, strangely enough, huh? Oh, we about to get down to business. Because y'all going to be thinking, this RET, we not going to know what it is. That's why they question mark up. Now they talking about his back or whatever. What they going to say about his back? See, look, Unez's rear end is on his back. See, y'all think that's his rear end on his back? I just told y'all that's the damn snake. But hold on, we gonna go slow. We gonna go slow because this gonna be good. Watch how all these mistranslations work. So, peep game. Go back, Bobby, with your so what we're looking at is the terms in the dictionary, in the text corpus where they use RET and they're trying to translate it as your hindered parts. But notice how they all in Pepe. A lot of them is in Pepe. We want the one out of Unez, so we really got to go in on this. And this is going to be close to 318. This is 315. I'm not, you can't make this up. This is part of the Kundalini speech. You see us saying the snake is on his back, but they saying his rear is on his back. But let's keep going. So why should I keep going? I'm going to go into this text. How long first? Let's see how long. I think they don't got 318 attached to this. But this whole process is about to be about this snake right here, RET. They don't got the determinative. It's probably the hinder quarters, right? But it's on his back. Okay, cool. Let's see. Unez's backbone. The Unez's backbone is on Unez. So now we see they're really talking about your spine, bro. First they say here, they're trying to tell you they don't know that this is RET. That could be the divine serpent, right? But hold up, I'm cooking. Now this is his back right here. And so they talking about Unez's rear is on his back. How you know this ain't RET on his back, the divine serpent? Because what's going to happen, his backbone, Unez's backbone is on Unez. Listen, I don't know about that. because just calling this the backbone ain't right. This ain't really the backbone. This is going to give us veneration or something. Now, see, they just giving you the backbone, but, okay, no, let's leave it with the backbone. Y'all know the Amaku word I'm talking about, but I'm not going to do that. Y'all know if y'all read the glyphs. So let's let it say what it say. They back, because that favors me more. So, Unes rejoices while he sits amongst you. And who is he sitting amongst? I ain't really sure. Oh, so that's Ian. So hopefully I could get the 318 just by looking at this hierarchy group. Man, if not, I know where I got it at, but I want to find it in the TLI. Because we're going to go like this and find it with a different word. The word that I know that's in the text, I think it's the NHB word. NHB for neck, right? So let's find neck and see the earliest use is going to be with, where's the neck? Yoke, that's not neck. That's a neck yoke. Let's just see neck, right? Come on, man. Nap of the neck. Is this it right here? This is it, huh? Nap of the neck, right? Peep gang. First one of the uses is going to be an Unes, right? Let's see, Unes. See, Unes. Now, what's happening at the nap of the neck? This is 318, huh? Uh-oh, let me come on and cook, because I know how to find it. Bro, it happened right here. Now, watch. Maybe they going to update their shit because they've been watching my show. Talking about all these scholars, they definitely watch my show. This is the biggest mistranslation in ancient Egyptian history, and I can tell they still doing it because when I hover over this, they don't know how to do the knowledge. I'm coming on, bro. I don't care. I'm about to gloat for a minute. Not proud of my knowledge or nothing. I'm not doing that. Trust me. I'm just happy I just found it. You feel me? I'm just happy. Reggie, what's up? Peace to you. I'm talking about a serpent that is found, right? I'm talking about a serpent that is found. I talked about this at Kemet on Trial, so I know you know. There is a serpent that is found by the hindquarters, and then it travels up the spine. It's called the ascending one. It travels up the spine, and everybody who think the snake that come out the head is always Wajet. But I just showed the instance where her name is called Aret. Then I went and showed people that the hindquarters are called Aret. But now I'm about to show people Aret, the snake, at the hindquarters. It's going to make your brain go crazy. So it's going to prove it with this text on the screen. So now we got the snake, and Aret is coiled. Just like Kundalini. Don't get mad at me. I don't want to get beat up. You see, I'm sacrificing myself to bring people this knowledge. They could be like, he be teaching Kundalini. Ain't what I'm doing. If you don't want to accept it, don't want to see it, it ain't for you. But this facts. No hole to be punched in this. I wouldn't. Now, what will happen is you're going to shed the knowledge on what I think to be true and help me know where I'm making error. That's so beautiful. But all that other stuff, I'll just stay in my normal character. Ain't gonna be no knocking me down. Ain't gonna be no debate. None of the silly shit. But now you can indeed show me where I'm wrong and add to my character, bro. Like you would add to me by helping me with this. It won't be taken with no type of offense. But this shit's solid. Let me show you something. They messed this all up, dude. Right? So let me show you. Now, what's the biggest problem they did right here? I'm just going to cut you to the chase, bro. Why am I hovering over this and it got one hover bar over all of that? That is the problem. All the Europeans see this as the same shit. Now watch this, what this gonna line up to. See, they might have changed it. Let's see. This is it. Who swallowed the 7-year ray? Nope. See, these 7 is about parts of your spine. That's why they say the 7 neck vertebrae. How did she get from the hindquarters? Now, they go Arette right here. So you know it's the snake that Peppy talking about that's going to go up his spine. But you're going to see it for yourself. Now, check it, because it's Unez. I said Peppy, Unez. Excuse me. Winnie. But hold up, though. We got to get to this so you can see something. They say Unez, it is the Na'u serpent. Okay. The Ka serpent that guides to where? Where's it going? Who swallowed her 7 Uraeuses. This is not right. And her 7 neck vertebrae were formed. Who's commanded her 7 Eneids. They trying to get better, but they still messing up. Who heard the word of the ruler. See, at first they didn't even know 777. But this all mathematical, and they messing it up. I'm telling you, I did this knowledge like 15 years ago, and it was not saying this. But now watch when I show this later, it'll be closer to saying what I'm saying, and ultimately. Because they still ain't pinpointed their error. So here go that error right here. This word. Click on this word, come click on this word. Paut, they think this Passeggit is a Paut Neteru. It's not, because they're saying divine Ened. This is all numerical, y'all. Just mess with your partner. How many is Ened? Somebody put that in the chat. Now, see, all that fake numerology don't work. This is the real deal, Holyfield. How many is the Ened? Thank you. All right. Hold on. Ened is 8 or 9? Is the Ogdod 8 and the Ened is 9, or is it the other way around? We got to be right with our numbers. It's not going to be 8. It can't be 8 because the math will be off. Thank you, Minty Hotep. See? Now, it could be 8, but I think the Ogdod is 8 and the Ened is 9. Okay? I'm saying, somebody want to correct me, hurry up. Go use the Google, Chat GPT. Let me ask my phone. Is the Ogdod 8 and the Ened 9? It do not know what I'm talking about. It do not know what I'm talking about. This is, well, let's see what the math say. This is why I'm telling you this. The 9, it's going to be the 9. Because let me ask y'all something. What's 9 times 7? Man, I'm trying to tell y'all something. Wait. That's way the wrong thing. I got too juiced. I'm too hype, bruh. Okay, he said, but not always 9. No, not 9 times 7. This is what I need you to see. Now, how many? This is what I was trying to say. Y'all said it's 9, right? Now peep game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's one group, right? Peep game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 2 groups, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 groups of 9. Somebody do 3 times 9. I'm gonna do it with the calculator so y'all can see. Y'all already know what it is. So y'all see the answer. 3 times 9 is what? Come on now. 9 times 3. How did we get to 27? What are they talking about here? The vertebrae in the spine. This ain't this. This is where they messed that up. Because they didn't look at this as 3 groups of Passeggit. They say Passeggit-u. So we got that. So now let's look at what they're saying. Unez is the serpent, the Ka serpent that guides. You got to remember, they got that broken out. We started that Arette over here. So really, they got these other snakes that we don't see. Now I look at the primary of this all the time. It's in the column. It don't go side to side like this. Below this unis pa, this snake, the spirit snake. They calling it the ka snake. Dude, come on, man. What is a ka? Can I ask somebody what is a ka? Please put it in the chat. They don't like that. Oh, 3 times 9 is 28? Oh, no, that ain't right. 27. You're right. So now we do know that this is numeric, because even in the chat even in their translation, they say 7 uraeus. They noticed that. They noticed the 7 neck vertebrae, but they didn't notice the rest of the body. So peak gang, let's go. Now take your 27 and then go plus 7. What you got? 30. You better have 33. I mean, I don't even know. Plus 7, you know, I'm just guessing. Let's say 34. Why is this not working? I'm going to show you why it got one number over. Yep, I do remember why it got a number over. So that calculator wasn't working. I'm going to bring it back. This is all simple math, but I'm just showing it on the screen. Don't be mad at me. So 27 plus 7 is what? Why you got 34? This is why. And y'all gonna be mad at me. Because that last 7 represent the nape of the neck. The vertebrae in the neck of the neck. So we would have 33, but guess what? Don't be mad at me. Wajet, which is not Wajet, as we see here, a rat can't come out the forehead if the head ain't connected to the spine. So she got to travel through 34, not 33. Stop playing with me. Wasn't nothing wrong with that. She got to travel through 34, coming from the bottom of the coccyx bone of all the vertebrae that they just showing you right here in the text. Let me show you. But the text, they don't understand it. So they say she changed your neck bones. What's she gonna change your neck bones for? Like, I hate texts that don't make sense. Now watch this. Now let's go in on the text and do grammar and all the good stuff. So we can really see if she gonna like change the neck bone. Forget the translations. All of this is out here, but we just know that if it said it was the ka snake or the na'u ka, they're calling this 2 different types of snakes, right? But look, this is a bull snake, a powerful serpent, all right, a male serpent, fine. So we got that snake involved. Now we got this snake. This is another snake. Look, the divine name of a snake, though. So peep game. So they saying it's the personification of a snake. Come on, dog. Now we talking about the spine, but let's go. So everything ain't here for us. Everything that's broken out. We're starting at this in this sense, it could mean if they was doing there, but this don't look like the there type of Let's see, yeah, this is a different type of to swallow or to devour. So that's why they're saying it is to that the snake ate, devour, absorb, because we're dealing with this Now let's see what we can look at the text, but we ain't at the text. Hold on, this ain't it. Yes, it is. So we see it ain't none of them determinatives after this and this hand is broken off. We got to know how they came to that conclusion. These snakes supposedly devour something, but this is our rat. Remember? You know this word also means the hindquarters. Now we got a number 7 here. Our rat, 7F. So right here, they're saying, who swallowed her 7 uraeuses. No, this isn't 7 arets, dog. Right? I don't know why they're doing that. They're saying devour, Uraeus, it's 7. Nah, hell nah. If I could see this, I could expound on it, but I really can't because I'm just going off of this. It's like whatever. But I have to take this for what they said about devouring. I'm not even going to trip because there was something going on with 2 snakes up here. All right, we know this serpent is at the hindquarters often, right? But let's look. We got his 7, and now we got Kepler in. So has changed, has transformed, have come into being. Now, if they're talking about Unes when they refer to his, so if it's 7, they saying these is neck bones or something. No, look, they're just saying 7, right? But we're going to see how it is 7, eventually parts of the neck because they admit it over here. So they say his 7 has changed into, now this word definitely is 7 parts of yo. They just, to 7, that's more 7, they spelt it out. But then let's go, there we go, I'm sorry. So 7 of his neck. Now, hold on. This red viper had his 7, whatever these 7 vertebrae are. I know they are 7 of them, but anyway. And then it says has changed or whatever, has transformed. What did it do, y'all? It has, Kepler is to change, transform, all of those. Occur, it could happen. It has happened that 7 of his neck vertebrae, right? Then this is broken off, which makes me mad, so I got to come down here. Now, this is like fresh words to command. I guess that's a command. Yep, a command. Now that I see the glyphs. This glyph was broken off. So they saying 7 of his neck vertebrae commanded, a command belonging to 7 of his, and then we get down to here. And they just say, do. But what we really got is this is 27. Now, in the coccyx, how many bones, how many vertebrae or bones are in the coccyx? I don't know if you got vertebrae in the coccyx like that. Yeah, you do.
The coccyx, or tailbone, typically consists of 4 vertebrae. While 4 is the most common number, it can naturally range from 3 to 5 segments in different individuals. In childhood, these vertebrae are separate bones. However, as you reach adulthood, they usually fuse together to form a single, solid bone. Would you like to know more about the muscles and ligaments that attach to the coccyx?
No, I just wanted to know. I mean, I'm capping. I was about to respond. Nah. So I know it ain't the 7. So what's these other 7? Maybe they're right about this being transformation, right? Of some 7 vertebrae into the back of his neck, and then we got this word missing, which is this right here. To his 7, now we got this, right? And then you throw in that this is representative of the spine. Now I'm gonna show y'all another way to know. If you think I'm wrong, then just look at these consonants, right? Now watch this. Just go to the TLA and ask it another way to say spine. That's what I'm like, how did they miss that? Translation watch this, S-P-I-N-E. Watch this. Remember the consonants I asked you to look at? It started with a P, a S. Let's see if we can find that. I hope they don't hate. They won't hate. They gonna put it right there. All right, well, that is a way that you can say that, dog. Damn, how do I say it back? People probably don't know that way. I mean, dang. All right, let me try in the dictionary. Just to keep it going. Spine, S-P-I-N-E. I want to see one with the that people confuse for a different word. So it's coming off of this, but that says ayat. So let's keep going. We're going to see a P word for, there you go. I'm telling you, I'll be messing up. This is how the scholars is messing up. Because what you see is we got to understand the ancient Egyptian wordplay, bro. Now, I ask you to remember the consonants. You see this PDS? Let's go back to the text, right? For spine that they messed up. Dang, where'd it go? Maybe I gotta go back right here. It's up here somewhere. Right here. Look at this word. PSDJT. Y'all don't see no interplay there? I mean, something, it be always like that, dude. These words, it's something about ancient Egyptian wordplay that you can switch these two consonants and form this into a spine. But let's keep going. Watch this. Because what we're going to see is they got a DJ for this. That's what I want y'all to know. They don't got this D right here. They saying it would have sounded like pad S with the S after that. But why they putting PSD instead of, see, this is crazy. So this is what I mean. We see PDS over here, but they putting PSD. Let's go back to our other word to show you something. PSD. See? So this is a backbone. This is a spine. But everybody can't see it. Even though they talking all about the nape of the neck and the arete who's at the hindquarters and all of this going down. So what winds up happening? They says, who commands her 7 Enids who heard the words of the ruler. So suppose the snake already commanded her 7 Enids. No. These Enids is the vertebrae. And so what did she say something to the vertebrae? Well, look right here. Now we got Sejum, but we got Sejum with a T. This is like one who listens. But that's why they're saying who hears the word. Who hear the word. Words, medut. And then we got a Iuts. And they calling that the ruler. This is going back to sovereignty. So we got to keep going. Hold on. Let's get back up here. Well, at least we do know that that's the spine. At least I know that that's why they're confusing that, and the math corroborates it. And they talking about now. Unas came so that he might swallow the mirth and resin, so that Unas might receive mirth resin. So now they're not even talking about it no more. Unas has taken away your powers, gods. Serve the Unas who will equip your cause, your spirits, right? So, hold on. What is this word, bruh? This looks like the nape of the neck, too. What is they doing? NHB. But it got a T on it. Let me show y'all the dictionary so y'all won't think I'm crazy. NHB. Neck. So how it was NHB earlier, they talking about the neck. Now it's NHB down here, it ain't the neck no more. Man, I be peeping game, dog. So what would this be then? What they trying to say it is? To equip? To all of a sudden it mean to give or to loan, and it meant that 38 times? Okay, whatever. They still talk about that part of his neck. All right, but whatever. I'm not going to mess that up. So what I argue here is, when does she come out of the forehead of the Neteru? I can't say that happened right here on this text. They do say we got Aret at the at her 7. Which is her 7? In the spine, which ones are her 7? Because, I mean, his 7 or whatever, is this Unez 7? They're going to transform. What do they say over here? Were formed. So they say were formed. Who commands her 7? How did they get to her 7? This is still masculine. Feel me? See, that's crazy. Well, this is about the spine, going up the spine. We got snakes. This is the ascending one, but I didn't see it ascend. So what do we have to do? We got to go to another snake where we see Aret come out the front of the we see Aret come out the front of the skull as a Wajet. Now, okay, fine. I ain't saying no more. But we got spines, we got ascension, and we got snakes. And it's starting at the where? The hindquarters, bro. This divine snarper, how is it the Uraeus? I thought the Uraeus was Wajet. The 2 Uraei. This is the one we was just looking at. The Uraeus are at the crown, so that's what I had to go to next. Because it's period. Y'all thought I wasn't going to find it. Stop messing with your partner, blood. This is what I'm saying. Tell me why Jet or Rat didn't just come out his head now. Can somebody please do that? This is still peppy. But see, hella stuff had to happen. Look, 503, 396, Pyramid Text 273. So I think stuff might have happened in between this snake and the vertebrae. The snake first at the bottom. There go Aret right here. Now you want to see her come through the head? Y'all thought I made this up? His Uraeus are at his crown. Whose crown? It's still Unez, y'all. This is his crown. That ain't really his crown, but look, they even got the hair on there. Now listen to my man Pooh. He said it is Wajet in the function of ascension. Well, how do we know that? Because when we click, her nickname is the ascending one. Aret is the ascending one. You only go up, and that's why she's crouching like that. Check it out. Let's go back to Aret. They probably want a JAR.T. And watch it be the ascending one. Dude, I can't make all this stuff up. That'll be like magic. Watch Aret be the ascending one. Maybe I'll take the dot out. Oh, they want a lowercase a, excuse me. That's what they want. And then they want the dot back in there. Sorry, my bad transliteration. But they do want the dot in there, and then you're going to see that she's the ascending one, dog. What does it say right here? Ascending one. Y'all want to go look at the 2 texts that we can use that to confirm? I got them. They wouldn't be here if this was fake, man. Oh, hold on. That's on the Uraeus. Because look, it goes. This one got attestations. They're not going to let us see this one. Probably got to go into the old TLI. But is she the ascending one? Or Rat? Let's go into the legacy TLA real quick. You got to double click. First log in. Then go back and click it again. All right. Bow. So now we get to see the ain't nothing in the digitized slip archives. All right, well, how they know it mean that then? It's in coffin text 686. I gotta take off some clothes. It's getting hot. Earlier it was getting cold. Well, okay, so that ain't much though. But you got elements of ascension, of a snake, and of a spine. And then it come out the forehead. I just showed you that. So who would want to argue against that, man? But that ain't Kundalini. No, it ain't Kundalini. Hell no. This something way different. But this kind of like is similar. Right? So let me see. Get back to where we was at. Now, looking at it this way ain't even the best. When we look at the primary, it's easier to grasp, but we can clearly see that eventually in the same text, Unes had got the came up out his head. The Uraeus came up out his head. Right there, you feel me? So what's that we? The ascending one. Let's go back. So it's the divine serpent Uraeus. It's the ascending one, but you take the same word, and it don't got this A in there because the vowels just be changing it a little. Take the same word, and it's the hindquarters. Watch me take this A out. See, the vowels changed the meaning slightly. Now it just went back to the hindquarters. Watch this. We'll get one that's the hindquarters if I do that. So, you feel me? I don't know what to say. Somebody said Neferpu. You say that's Neferpu pen. That is beautiful. This is beautiful. Shout out to my brother. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. But you didn't have to put the pen though. You could have just said Neferpu. This is beautiful. It is beautiful. You didn't have to say to this. That's dope though. Everything you said was still correct. See, think about it. You don't want the poo next to a pen next, probably, because the poo is going to give you that and then this. You know how that works. But that's what I see in the chat. And shout out to you for reading the glyphs. Did I get lost? So, I mean, man, now, how am I supposed to say that this is a different serpent? How can I argue that this is the same word as the hindquarters? Well, let's look. Let's see. Oh, that's what's been messing me up. That word's still in there. So maybe if I'm just gonna go the other word again. Did it pop up? It's in the dictionary still. No, it was this. Maybe I should learn to say rectum or rump. The word going to be arret, dude. See? Now what's the difference? We do got the sounds arret, and the A is still there. The reed leaf is what ain't there. So we do got the sound arret on a word that's very close. You see her right here. See? So hinder parts, arret means hinder parts. You can't make this up. Arret means like your jaw too, but still the hind parts if you see it like this. And it means this snake. Ain't that kind of like what they was having? Where's the snake in Kundalini found? In your hinder parts. Excuse me, I gotta take that off the screen. Excuse me. So then what? And then if we, where my water at, man? If we didn't find the snake coming out the head coming out the skull when it was still alright, then y'all will be able to say I made that up. But you can't say that. Because the neck, it was still Unes. And they was like, man, now it's all of a sudden the Uraeus. After talking all about his spine. How you get from the hindquarters to the spine? By ascending. I mean, how you get from the hindquarters to the Uraeus. See that right here is down all at the bottom. Then they say some transformation happened. They show these 27 vertebrae. Plus they add the other 7 that had just changed over. See, something happened to where 7 of the vertebrae had got switched. And they say it come into existence. But if you take the 27 and the 7, what you're dealing with the 34, now we got 33 vertebrae, but in order for her to come out of his crown, you got to add the head on top. So you got 34. See, the ancient, let me show you. I'm going to go vertebrae and watch this. Watch when I type vertebrae, they going to have a skull on it too. Tibre. This is what I'm saying. So if you ever extracted a vertebrae, which I haven't, a lot of the time when they're showing a picture of the vertebrae, look, they'll still, even some of the mummies. Now this is what it is, but you got to attach that head on top. And if this is the cervical, maybe they still ain't going all the way up. Because this ain't even getting out the neck, is it? I don't know, but y'all see what I mean. Yeah, that wasn't getting out the neck. That connect to the 7 of the neck. Then the one from the head give you the number 34. So that's what the text got on it, 34. Because it got 27 plus 7. And no, so that head got to be on top of the vertebrae, the neck of the vertebrae, in order for his Uraeus to be at his crown. But see, they using this for his crown, which is a weapon word, which is different. So let's keep going. Now check it out, though. His home is literally at his brow. So you can't tell me that. And y'all gonna find Wajet at his brow. Just because that's what everybody be teaching, I don't do that. I'll show you the text. And even Baba Manochi said, but do it with the text side. So I can show you is Wajet. I mean, not what. Hey, I probably could go look and indeed show you Wajet at the brow. I know I can't do that. My brother Ampu made it clear that Aret and Wajet the same thing. This is her ascending, the ascending one. Now, when she come up out the forehead, she is still Aret, but she ain't at the hindquarters no more. So why you even gonna call her that? She probably gonna be Wajet. But we clearly see it's coming out the forehead, so nobody can't argue that. So we seen the whole descent, the whole travel of this divine serpent up the spine. With this, now you want to sound wrong with this? How could you? The math is perfect. They messed this up. This is 3 groups of 7. 3 groups of 9, giving you 27, then add the other 7 that they keep switching up here. Why did they have to do that probably? I don't know. But maybe it got something to do with Aret traveling up the spine anyway, right? But let's keep going. Because now we see that it did come out his crown, his forehead. Don't even say his crown chakra. Say his forehead. Let's keep reading this to see if there's more to that sentence. Don't come distort my teaching and say, you found Kundalini and Kemet. I'll show you this, me teaching this 15 years ago. I never say that. Now look, Unis guide snake is on his forehead. So it then went from his spine, from the hindquarters. Now it's all up on the forehead. Stop playing with me. And it went up his spine. Unes guide snake is on his forehead. She who spies the Ba that is effective, but I would rather read the Neteru. So it is a statement of fact. They want you to think that this is facts. You know how we say facts? They starting that out with facts. Now this is a U particle. It could be considered a statement of fact, or it could be sometimes translated as is. So they say are, see? Right? So they say it's a statement of fact. I'm doing me because they say are, but it's a statement of fact that his Uraeus, and they got it in plural. So now it's Uraeus, but I don't think it's Uraeus. I'm thinking this plural may be something about it gotta be, this is an abstract. It ain't plural, dog. But anyway, I don't know, I gotta keep going. So here's Aret, right? It's a fact that here's Aret. Now this M is in, or as, they say at. They go to crown, and this the F for his. So they add his crown. What happens next? Now, there's another statement of fact that what? This is a different shim. This is a different way to say shishim, to follow. But they say to guide, so I messed it up. There's a difference between guiding and following. But see, they put the snake in parentheses, but no, it's the snake that's moving around, y'all. That's what they're trying to tell you. So if this means to guide, right, but there's a snake there, then who's doing the look? So the snake is moving. Leader, guide. You can't, I mean, unless you're just going to guide a different way. But I don't want to even say it's moving. Let's just say it's a guide or a leader. Now, honestly, this is our rep back here, but I ain't tripping. Because this is a different snake, determinative, whatever. Or it's on his forehead. She who spies the ba. Let's really see that. Because this is like, we just looked at the guide. This is Winnie or Unes, right? M, hot. This is going to be another way to say your forehead, though. You don't see no other forehead. This is your forehead. A different way to say your forehead. See, look, four part, beginning, foremost, but face avant. That's what they mean right there. Face avant will probably be front face. The front of your face, your forehead. See? So that's what they're getting at. This could also, if it had an arm under here, it would mean something different. So that's what we got to learn of the forms of these words. So his forehead. So now look at his eyes, dog. Well, let's see what they say. They ain't even say nothing about that. So let's see what this word is. P-T, pater with a T. So one pater is a question. That's probably why they got this right here. Oh, no. But this ain't the pater for a question. You got two eyes right here. This might be a different way to say look. Right? To see, behold, yeah. So this ain't the pater, which is interrogative. And then we got the ba. So they say who spies on the ba. Nah, blood. How you know he's spying? Y'all be just going way too far. It just say, look, to see. Let's see what your other words are. It's one of those is going to be to spy. It's probably that one. To see. Nah, man, they went too far. He ain't spying. That's what I'll be hating. They're trying to make it juicy. Who sees the spirit and the ba, the excellent spirit. Now this is one who it's affected by. Now look at the state this noun is in. We just was looking at this word. Remember? But see, it got a T on it. So if you go back to my chart, you can already tell that they messed this up over here. Because this is like, well, a participle got formed off of this. Because you, look, if not, it's not doing the gender match like you think. It can now that it's a participle. So remember that it's not starting with spirit. You got to start with becoming spiritual. That's the base form, to become spiritual. So if then you got a verb. Now, if you put a T on a verb, it ain't doing the same thing as a T on a noun. It will eventually mark gender if need be, but right now it's doing something else. So this is mandating the entity be inside this word. But see, they're not giving it to us with the T. So you see be glorious, but no, if you look at the verb case, it's like one who is glorious. Or effective things done. Let me show you by the chart. Let me close a lot of these first, and I can get lost. Then I'm gonna show you by the chart we developed so that we can learn verb forms better. And now that I'm starting to memorize my own chart, it's like timetables for verb forms. I always try to make things easier so we can learn easier. So let me get this up out of here. So where we at? I mean, in cherub, I don't know this word. So the cherub, maybe they got something with this word. To dry out thoroughly, to desiccate. Okay, so what are they talking about? They don't say nothing. That's why they asked whether it was scorching. But really, this is like one who is glorious, dry out thoroughly. I don't know. You would have to figure that out. But let's look at how they. Oh no, they're not gonna do it. I'm gonna show you the chart instead. Let's see if it works. If the infinitive was first, I mean, if that's, you have to look at that as not a noun first. You gotta look at it as a verb first. Unless you know the process of changing nouns to verbs. We talk about a process of changing verbs to nouns. I mean, that might be a process. You tell me about it. This is an infinitive verb. We keep revisiting this chart. This verb means to do, to make, or to create. It is a third week, meaning it contains, some would call it a triconsonantal, triliteral. It contains three radicals because that's why you don't want to say consonantal all the time. I say three radicals, and the three are I, R, and Y. All of those is here right now. So even if you only see this, you say eerie. If it's the infinitive verb you're trying to pinpoint. If it's an eyeball you're talking about, you just say IR. Ear. If it's eyeballs you're talking about and you say eerie, you're talking about two eyeballs. Because you put a Y on the end. So we got to know the difference. So this is in the infinitive, is a third week. That means this third radical is weak. You often won't see it. We don't see the third radical ever here, do we? Do you see a Y anywhere? But that don't mean you don't pronounce it. So you're still supposed to pronounce it. Now, in the case of when it takes on this oo and it's changing, this is changing from a infinitive verb to a noun. It's a participle. So it's going to work as a noun, and that oo chick on a verb is not giving you plurality. It's giving you, it can give you a few other things, but what it's giving you in this instance is a way to form a participle. So an easier way to take all this stuff off the screen, you can just do this real quick. Ooh, this is abstract suffix conjugation, so to speak, and I won't even call it that properly, right? I mean, I did take that out of a book, so I don't think I'm wrong. I didn't just make that up. But if you see this suffix on verbs, they do different things. So this make it easier. If this is at the end of the verb, this is one who does X. X is the verb. Or those who do X. If you want to bring the plurality out of it, it might serve that function. But this on a verb could be the one who verbs, or that which is verbed, right? So let's go back. If the verb is to do, this would be that which is done when we see it with a T in some instances. And this is that which has. Now all of that is past tense. You notice that, right? Because it's perfective, right? So that means it's what? Wait. Perfective. So the root is perfect. That means it's complete. See? So, for instance, if you're still working on something that's incomplete, how could you call it perfect? That's the way I remember that. So if it's perfective, that means the action is complete. That's why we say it's not past tense, but the action is complete. So that which was done. So all we're seeing is the T changing the state of it. So let's go back. right? And it's gonna do the same thing. It gotta follow these rules. Now we got, remember, becoming a spirit. Now, if this T, what is the T doing? That which has become a spirit, that which is glorified, or a glorified, it could still be a glorified one. Because when you form a participle, you imply the entity inside of the word. But they still saying the bar that is effective. So let me show you what's happening here. They're saying on my chart, go over here, and you're not going to see no gemination. Let me show you. They're saying take this one. Because you notice, if you notice here, these both got a T, and you can see that which was. But no, they're saying the participle form did something different, right? They're saying it turned it into an ongoing action. This is perfective, right? Well, so let me slow down. When it geminates like this, it's a different state of it. But now it geminated and put a T on it, where this still means the same thing. It don't gotta geminate. So notice how to do grab the ooh chick or grab the ooh, now it turned into a doer. Participle acting as a noun. Now we see it written with its phonetic complement. It goes back to this one. To do is the same as this one. Just got the phonetic complement. Now the phonetic complement geminated. So now when you see gemination, just think gerund. Imperfective. Action still happen. Doing. That's what gemination helps us understand. Right? So gemination is this R doubled up. So this is to do in the infinitive, still just like this one. This one is doing. Imperfective is imperfect. The action ain't complete. So he's doing this. But this is perfective because you put the T. So this is done, bro. That guy did already. But now this geminating form with the T, and it could even be like this, turns it into continuously and habitually. So that way it turns to do into works. Think of something, and also got to think like a noun, because it's a participle still. It's a verb to do, acting as a noun, but it's not acting as a doer. That's this one. This is the constant result of the continuous habitual action of doing. So what is the work of the continuous action of doing? Works, things done, duty, which is a wonderful one, because that really implies continuous habitual action. But see, we just investigating the root infinitive do. We got to change it with the word we got. And the word we investigate and still is the system is the same. You got a spirit with a T on it, see? So first think like the verb becoming a spirit, right? And then let's ask ourselves what's going on. This is why they're saying effective. Because they're putting it in its continual, habitual, as close as they can as translators. They're trying to put it in its continual, habitual state, so to speak. So let's go back to the chart and see what I mean. If this is true, right, then how do you say you take out the word to do, because do only leads to works and things done, and you substitute this with glorious or splendor or a spirit even, but you're not going to go that far. You say glory, splendor, turn that into a noun, and sometimes that's continuous and habitual. They said effectiveness, right? See? So that's how they tried to make this. I mean, they did say effectiveness or something like that, right? Because they taken the glory and the splendor and they put a question mark behind it. Well, now we know we are qualified to work with that because we know now what the root word means and we know how the verb forms work. And so we can take some license to see what it means, right? And so I would say because take being glorious, being beneficial, and being useful, and try to put it in a ongoing, continuous, resulting state of that action. They'll say efficient, effective, right? It's useful, it works, basically. It's beneficial. And they're leaving out the gloriousness because that's harder to do. Then you start talking about being in the state of glory and other things that are made probably not to be meant by that. So let's see. That's why they question: is the ba effective? Well, let's go back then, because she ain't spying, right? And I don't even see the she, but they got this feminine problem. Oh, they got this over here, S over here, somewhere way down here. All right, so I'm just saying though, so this would actually be like, I mean, I ain't mad at effective, like I said. How else would you do that? Why sometimes you can't say they wrong. At least they put a question mark. What you have to do is change this act of being glorious into something continuous, habitual, that's just part of the game. How is effective continuous and habitual? Well, anyway, that's what they chose. So we could probably choose something better there. Una's powers are working to protect him. So after the snake came out his forehead, what start happening? Now his powers is working to protect him. Then they go back. He's the bull. But see, I don't think this bull, yeah, it is a bull. So Unas is the bull of the sky-piercing character living in the form of each Neteru who eats their entrails, or who have come, we have went over this before, who have come after their bellies filled with magical powers on the island of flames. I don't even want to go over all that, man. We definitely could, but we ain't tripping. Unas was one who equipped now, who unites his 8 powers. So he's done. It came out his forehead. Now he's shining. Unas appears as the Great One, Lord of the Assistants. He sits there with his back to Gab. So he got his back to the earth, bro. Stop tripping. Unas the one who decides the affair together with whose name is hidden. It's no longer talking about nothing about the spine no more. It already went up the spine. The already came out the forehead. Now look at all this strength he got. All right, but I'll leave that alone. And I know that I would ask you guys to forgive me. You know what I'm saying? If like you thinking I messed that up so strongly that I might make a case for something that ain't there. You feel me? Because if you mess up as good as my errors will be, then somebody will take that and run with it. And it could already be not right. But to my logic, that's a sound argument. It is the one on the red one who binds her to him. We ain't gonna even trip off that. The wanderer who slaughters the Lord, and we ain't tripping stabbing Unas and their bodies for him. This is the method of the sin exact. There goes Shazmu in the chat. It is Shazmu who slaughters them for Unas. Where's Shazmu in the chat go? All right, so we off of this. I'm not going to just continue reading for no reason, but I think the point was made that they definitely talking about the spine. They definitely talking about snakes. Arret is another word for the hindquarters, and she come out the forehead. So I don't care. That ain't Kundalini. You don't say nothing about no Kundalini. But man, stop being like that, though. He crosses both banks. Anybody want me to open the chat? Let me know. Y'all can take over the show. I would like to talk to my wife and listen to y'all. Unas is the terrifying figure, the most terrifying, the great one. Y'all want to go look over that? He hard. He eats the raw bites. Well, see, they ain't doing nothing no more, but they just saying that after that thing came out his head, now he's just a boss. So what can I say? Was I not supposed to see that? Tell me what the snakes is doing going up the vertebrae, coming from the hindquarters, coming out the forehead, and I'll shut up. I wanted Brother Reggie on the show so well, but he said he ain't tripping. He has something else to do. Right? So this is the cannibal hymn, by the way. It also come out of this text. This is the part they start calling the cannibal hymn. Now I can explain how this ain't nothing but a hip hop. This ain't nothing but a rap. So there's certain ways that we did things, and I'm learning the brain was the sign. So this is just, well, that's cloudy. Sky, because I thought that gotta be cloudy, yeah. Cloudy, feel me? Because that's your sky, and this is a high, I don't know what a high doing. That says something about stars. Right? Or the darkening of stars, yo. Now, they got a sabah here, but you notice it ain't no N there. So the saber is right there. This is nim nim. And they saying to expand. What is nim nim? To move to and fro. Okay. They don't say nothing about that over here, see? They don't say nothing about moving to and fro. But I mean, you know, what is the star? The stars is moving to and fro. They don't even say that. They say they darken. Well, you could probably get a darkening out of this too. But it says to move to and fro the quiver. Man, that don't even be translating stuff, right? Where are they moving? Now he put that way down there. That's cool. They could do that. Well, I'm not about to read through this, but look at this pageant again. This is the bowls in the sky, though. Not to be confused with Poseidon and all those other things that we were just talking about. And here we see his bones are going to do something like, I guess the bones of the earth gods, okay. Well, no, we're not about to just frivolously read Mathematics just to show that we can read. I don't like doing that. Unas is the Lord of wisdom, whose name is even the mother does not know. So he turned into a boss after that Urea snake came up out of his forehead. All right. I'm going to turn this, I'm going to take this off the screen. Because what I was studying was a lot better, actually. We was into the Haradi doing the Patah Hotel. But I don't need to do that. I'm going to read some of the English of it. This is what we was doing. And I just got so good in the last week. Maybe y'all should go look at some of my shows because you can get good with me instead of tripping. Like, I mean, I can read any of this. It's nothing. Tell me, ask me something, please. I dare you to go grab a hard. Well, I don't dare you yet. It's the only, I'm not proud of my knowledge. This whole text right here say don't be proud of your knowledge. And then you encounter stuff. I know what this is, but maybe you will encounter stuff like this that it would be like a gotcha moment. But this is Emmy, and this is probably just the M bar off this Emmy. So this is like that which is in. But then we got an NX, and this N right here is looking a little bit different, right? And so, I don't know, because this N should be like a not N. Onto this K, whatever. Oh, I did this part before, I think, with talking to Kamisha, right? But we can't qualify nothing like that unless we go to the text where you can see it in the, I had the other part open. So I'm going to read some of the English to let us know that this is good, wise instruction. It says, cause not fear amongst men, for this the God punishes likewise. For there is a man that saith, therein is life, and he is bereaved of the bread of his mouth. There is a man that saith, power is therein, and he saith, I seize for myself that which I perceive. Thus a man speaketh, and he is smitten down. It is another that attains by giving unto him that have not. Again, it is another that attaineth by giving to him that have not. Not he that causes men dread, for it happeneth that what the God have commanded, the nature have commanded, even that thing come to pass. Even that thing comes to pass. Live therefore in the house of kindliness, and men shall come and give gifts of themselves. See? So he basically saying, if you be hella cool, people gonna want to be around you, bruh. Don't be no buster. You didn't get that from that? Yeah, men shall come and give you some gifts. This is what we're going over. If thou be amongst the... Now listen to this. This is the part we need help with, bruh. This is the pretentious part we be not knowing when to shut up. This say this all in the metal nature, bro. Watch this. I'll pull this maxim up and we can read it. If thou be among the guest of a man that is greater than thou, accept but which he giveth thee, putting it on thy lips. They're talking about sitting at a table. They also stole this. But if thou look at him that is before thee, the host, basically, pierce him not with many glances. Don't be just staring at your host like that all up in their house. Maybe y'all communicating, but don't pierce him with your many glances. It is abhorred of the soul to stare at him. Speak not till he addresses thee. But you got to remember, if thou art amongst the guests of a man that's greater than you, they really saying like you around a billionaire real quick. Peep gang. Now they say, don't use money. So billionaire ain't worth it. Billionaire could be a lot less than you. So it said, it is abhorrent of the soul to stare at him. Speak not until he addresses thee. Now that sound passive, huh? But learn how to do that. Like I was trying to do today with Baba Bonochi. I didn't say nothing. Speak not until he addresses thee. One knoweth not what may be evil in his opinion. Feel me? You might come all about your face and say the wrong thing. Is he giving you game? Speak when he questions thee. So shall thy speech be good in his opinion. The noble who sitteth before a fool divideth it as the soul moveth him. We'll read that in the real matter nature because they messing this up. He giveth unto him that he would favor. It is the custom of the evening meal. It is the soul of that God of his hand. It is the noble that bestoweth, not the underling that attaineth. He killing it. It is the noble that bestoweth, not the underling that attaineth. You feel me? So don't be no noodle just because you showing respect. It's the noble that bestoweth, not the underling that attaineth. Thus, the eating of bread is under the providence of the God of the nature. He is an ignorant man that disputeth it. And if you think that's wrong, you tripping, basically. If thou be an emissary, now it's better stuff, but I'm going to just read this quick. If thou be an emissary sent from one noble to another, none of us is the nut. We're not going to get sent from one noble to another. Maybe you be a messenger, but he's showing his son how to do that. Now look, if thou hast plowed, gathered thine harvest in the field, and the nature shall make it great under thine hand, fill not thy mouth at thy neighbor's table. Damn, they some bosses, blood. How you gonna come over eating all my food and you just had a ripe-ass harvest? Cats will do that to this day, 2025. Knowing they just came up, come by you and burn all your weed. Why you smoke? You just got a zip at your house. It's the same thing. If thou hast plowed, gathered thine harvest in the field, and the Neteru shall make it great under thy hand, fill not thy mouth at the neighbor's table. Don't be like that, bruh. If a crafty man be a possessor of wealth, he stuffed like a crocodile from the priest. They even tell, now the priest will come through taking taxes. So he even told his son, if a crafty man be a possessor of wealth, he stealtheth, or he stealeth, like a crocodile from the priest. So that's what he's saying. He ain't paying his taxes. You got to get that right. He basically saying, if you got all that bread, if you possess of wealth, he stealeth like a crocodile from the priest. Okay. Let not a man be envious that have no children. See? Again, let not a man be envious that, this is all of this, y'all. Let me show y'all. When we doing this, that's a shame. You would have never knew that they were saying all this, bruh. So let's go find, so red is the numbers. So if y'all want me to read the glyphs, that's how you do it when you're doing your own homework at work. So this is number 9. These are all different maxims. So we're going to go through the maxims. We'll get down to the one we at, and we can find it. Number 9, if you plow through the harvest through the field, just check it out. I'm going to show you how to do it. That's 1, obviously, because we right to left. This hieratic. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5, 6, 7. So as we at maxim number 8, we be starting from right here. It starts with an if. So if it starts with if, then I know I'm right. Because let's see. If, see? I'm telling you, bro. Stop playing with me. If thou have plowed, no, not if thou have plowed. We magi archers, arrows up in the building. You know how we do every time, all the time. If what? This is hard. So let me slow down. I still know I got an R and an N at the bottom, but what's at the top? If something. To you. So I'm going to figure this out. I see the R and the N because all you do is the strokes, bro. But see, dude did this. How could he have did this? This is out here on its own. This is the ligature. So how, the question being asked is, what did the pen do? That's how you can figure this out. I'm trying to tell you, don't even trip. See, the pen did this right here. You just wasn't quick at picking that up. And he left the opening so you can know, bro, this is an R. I ain't even came to the text. Matter of fact, we ain't even looked at the text. We only looked at the English. Let me prove it. Let's go to the text. Because I had it open, right? Oh, it's open on here. So let's find it. And we're going to prove it. Didn't they say number 9 or something? That's maximum 6. We went, this is an if, but this is if something exists. We're looking for this other if. This is the if, another if when. Think we got to go down. If something happens or something exists. Oh, why is the document doing this, bro? So did they really not complete it? Because it just go blank on me. Look. What's happening? Do I have to, is there a way to refresh or something? Oh, man. Oh, refresh. Oh, no, that ain't refresh. Dang, what's going on? Why the document just go like this? I can figure it out. I got a way, instead of complaining, I'm going to close it and go to it again. Because, all right, I'm going to figure this out right in front of your face, though, because he had to start right here, right? Come around, go right there, maybe went back out. What's the fastest way to do this? Come right here, go up and back down. That might be plausible too, because this is hella fat. So if he came right here, went up and went down, what do he mean when he do that? I don't know. If we gonna see, let's go look at the English. Maybe the English gonna help. If that plow, to plow, all right, Now, where is thou? To you. To you. Is this the one? Are we going to figure this out? Right? Oh, I know what this is. Wait. That ain't a bunny rabbit up there, is it? The rabbit? Nope. That could be, because that shouldn't be there if it was. Shouldn't be an R under that rabbit. I know this is an R, bro. And then an N. I see an R and an N. So let me go look at the original. Oh, you know what? I could do this. Is this going to be cheating? It don't got an M on the top. No, I ain't going to cheat. So hold up. What I have to do is, just very well, I'm on the end of this. I was going to open the chat. What happened to y'all? Nobody want to come in and build with their partner? All right, cool. I ain't mad. So what we going to do here, y'all? We're going to figure this out. I think this is an R, because they're an R. Don't y'all see this? Don't think of it look like the same shape. Think about the pen motion. Ain't this the same pen motion? Yeah, so we just got to figure this out. And it's bent and it's doing something. So it's after the if. So, and then we got this man and stuff in front of it. Check it out. Let's find that. So I got to go back to St. Andrew's text corpus to confirm that the text broke off at that place. And I'm going to find Ptahotep again. Ptahotep, right? And we're going to go through the process again. Because it looked like the text just stopped all of a sudden. So let's see if we do that here. So now this is if you begin to find something, but we going down to if the that's the bird. This is the we saying that the if the exists. Hold on. If it exists. Now we got it. All right, how far am I supposed to go down? Because I got, that ain't a Sakai. Oh, this is the plot. Okay, hold on. Because now we got this garden tool. Okay, this is going to be it, y'all. So I'm going to have to figure out what's going on. So I apologize that I got to take this break. Nobody wanted to come in. Oh, you said open it up? Okay, I'm going to open it up, Joey. Thank you. Well, I got to take a quick break, though. So we're going to play a quick video. Oh. Quick video. Which one is good? Man, I'm just going to go on and play this. I can't even trip. Sorry, it'll be the same video every time. Here you go. I got to run to the restroom. Give me a second.
A hierarchy of race like that developed by Mordunati Glidden and still deployed today by white supremacists cannot be sustained if not one but two great black civilizations arose in Africa at the dawn of history. It is therefore entirely appropriate and even necessary to confront constructions of race for Nubia and Egypt in the recent past and acknowledge both civilizations as African and black.
So did you face any of that type of backlash or harsh feedback from your stance on ancient Egypt?
So yes, but interestingly, I haven't received any harsh feedback from Egyptologists. When I go around and I give talks on this subject, the Egyptologists who've been in the audience of my talks are very receptive, and they think that this is really important work and that I need to keep forging ahead with it. But I have gotten negative feedback, especially over email from Egyptians. So it's an interesting conundrum where there are some Egyptians who will tell me, I mean, these are people I don't know who are just like finding out how to contact me and send me an email and say, what you're doing is wrong. The ancient Egyptian culture was not a black culture.
All right, I'm back.
Modern Egyptians are not black people.
Why
what
is
you're
he
doing
doing
is
this?
dangerous. You need to stop saying this.
I'm back. Somebody said open the chat. I'm about to. Y'all get it popping, man. Come on, stop playing. Ain't no homework to do. Let me see. I've been streaming a lot today, and I missed some work. I would be doing these flash sales. They've been real beneficial, and I guess I took off today. So, let me see. I'm gonna share this link, and anybody can feel free to hit the link. I ain't tripping. I want to actually listen to y'all build, man, but I'm right here. I just pinned the message, and I'm about to go back in on this real quick. Yeah, this is the part about plowing and gathering of the field, and then the God shall make it great under the hand. Right? So let's go back to all verses. Brother Joe, let me see. Oh, you disappeared. You gotta try again. Yeah, this is the plowing of the field. So this is what this was then. I was trying to figure out what it was. That was a Sakai. That's a Sakai. All right, so this is what this is. I thought it was an R under there. What's happening, dude? This is the same thing. I'm gonna prove it. Watch this. So we know this is a reed leaf and an R. Let's not trip off what you don't know yet. And that's how we're gonna learn. This is a reed leaf and an R. Let's go find that. Look. And I gotta close some pages before I keep doing too much. Pull this over here. All right, so we got the reed leaf and the R. Now it's after a poo. We can clearly see it's after a poo. So hold on, let me let Joey in. Then share the screen. Peace, you there, Joey?
What's up, Smash?
All is well, about to share the screen. Am I going crazy? This is what I'm saying about the vertebrae and stuff?
No, but I know, but I don't know what. But that one you were talking about with the Neteru, they do use that for Neteru. I don't know if that's a mistranslation or what.
What they use what for Neteru?
When you the same word Pesach,
Oh, okay.
That is the word for the 9. That is actually a word for
yeah,
the 9.
yeah, we know that. Yeah, that's for the 9. Yeah, exactly. But what they didn't look, they overlooked that it also was. They overlooked to count it. Not they just said Pesach too. They didn't think there was no significant that the person who was the artist sat there and wrote 27 different Netra signs. Feel me?
It was 27 Netra signs?
Yeah, and they act like that ain't significant.
Oh, well, I didn't even look at that. I didn't even know. You know what? I didn't even think about it. That it was that many because
they could have just wrote the plural thing, but they wrote all of the Netras out, all 27 of them, and I'm like, dude, why are they just saying Pesach without counting that the number is 27? Then you start doing the math and it add up with what's in your back. We come up with the number 34 because they put those and put the number 7, 27, 7, 34, and then you take your vertebrae 33 and put the skull on top so that the ureas could come up out the crown. You gotta have 34. The skull is included in the ancient Egyptian vertebrae. That tell you that right there.
Well, since you put it that way, because I was just looking at it, and I probably did the same thing they did, right? They didn't count. They just assumed. They just assumed there was.
I think I still got that open. Maybe we could go back to it, but I had went to this other text. We had went back to Ptahhotep, and we were just tripping off, skipping around the text, and we got down to it. We found it.
Found what? Oh,
well, we found this number 9, but I want to go to one that this text is gonna say something about it's gonna translate it wrong.
But it talks about Ma'at in there too.
So check this out. Now let's look at this and we'll investigate it because we're talking about gods and stuff and to see if this word makes sense. But first, let's look at their translation. Even in the one we got, it says, if thou have plowed, gathered down harvest in the field, and the nature shall make it greater. So, okay, yeah, the nature of harvesting, yeah, the nature made you have a good harvest. That's fine. Fill not thy mouth with at the neighbor's table. Meaning, if you got a good harvest, why you eating at your homie house? Let him eat at your house. Whatever. Let's go to the next one. Let not a man be envious that have no children. Let him be neither downcast nor quarrelsome on account of it. Don't be mad you ain't got no kids. For a father, though great, may be grieved. As to the mother of a children, she has less peace than another. You feel me? They telling you this way back in the day. Verily, each man is created to his destiny by the Neteru, right? Who is the chief of the tribe, trustful and following him. Now, so what are you going to say about that? Do we need to go into the meta Neteru and see what they're talking
Well,
about?
it seems like what he's trying to teach his son is that it's the end part. It says when you are a leader, people trust you. But he was letting them know that it's a great responsibility.
Hey, JJ, you can disagree. You can come take over the show. I want to go holler at my wife for a minute, but I want the show to keep going. But right. I ain't really mad about like debating or nothing. Just show me when I said something. I would love you to poke holes in my theory, like tell me where it don't stand right so I can work on the hypothesis. Like it's not like a big deal. So you could come in, yeah.
How is he gonna do that, Smash, when both of us know he can't read metal nature? How is he gonna poke holes in something?
He can use the mathematics. He can say, well, that don't add up to what's in the vertebrae. And he can say, prove that snake was at the base of the spine. Then I'll prove that.
You know, Jabari was talking about that on Kemetic Ascension too. He was talking about like the acorns, at how acorns deal with the crown, and he was saying something similar to what you were saying about how they have these energy centers. He didn't say chakras or kundalini, but he did say something.
I don't got no chakras. I didn't say that word today.
No. I'm saying Jabari was saying something similar to what you were saying. If you go back to watch his last Kemetic Ascension, he didn't use the word chakras either. He just said that they had this belief or understanding of the energy centers from the coccyx bone going up to your crown.
So look at what he said at number 10. If thou be lowly, serve a wise man, that all thine actions may be good before the Neteru. Now, which Neteru is that? Which element, right, is you serving another man for so that your actions be good before the element?
Apparently all of them. If he didn't specify, he means nature in general.
Nah, man, y'all putting it on thick.
Well, there's no name in there, right? So
no, it's saying nature. I'm not even saying God, but I'm trying to look at like why you gonna serve another man for the trees?
Well, listen, Smash. There is no. We're just saying nature means nature. We can leave it there. That's a good enough compromise for everyone. Because all of those things have something to do with nature.
That's something.
Even man.
A good question got asked in the chat. It said, "Could the snake in that instance be the spinal cord or nervous system running into the brain?" That's a very good something to scrutinize. You would have to look at other uses of when they talking about them snakes and see how they get if it's ever used in the way that you can substantiate that. And to mine, I would definitely say. I would have to say no because I hadn't seen it, but it do run up the, and that don't come out the forehead. We see the ureus, or we see.
But they have a word. But they have a word for spine already.
Yeah, and it was right working with us. It's PSD. That's crazy.
Yeah, percentage.
It's just like the other word for the 9. So you put 3 in the 9 and you got 27. I peep game what they was talking about in that text.
So we know that they're not talking about the spine because they have a word for the spine already.
No, that's incorrect because they actually are talking about the spine.
No. I know. I'm saying we know that the snake is not the spine because they have a word already.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We know the snake ain't the spine, but he said, what about the nerve cords that run along the spine?
They wouldn't have known about that the way that
we know. Well, they would have seen the mugs if they ever did any type of cutting open a person.
What I'm saying is they probably didn't have the technical knowledge to be able to explain it the same way that we would, so they probably wouldn't have written about it in that way. They would know, yes, you could feel things, but maybe they didn't have the expertise to explain how. and break down the nervous system. I'm assuming in the way that we do now, so they wouldn't have written about it that way.
All right, well, let's see what they say here. They said, if thou be lowly, serve a wise man, that all thy actions be good before the Neteru. If thou have known a man of none account that have been advanced in rank. Now, we can look at this. But if thou have known a man of no account, that means he didn't earn his position. But if thou knows a man of no account that has earned his rank, be not haughty towards him on account of that which thou knowest concerning him. Like, you know he ain't learned how to read the Neteru, right? But you're just going to keep on. This is exactly what he's saying.
Not Smash. I know for sure you didn't set that up, right? I know you didn't set that up.
Huh?
I said I know for sure you didn't set that up, but that came right on time, didn't it?
Well, no, it couldn't have been a setup. This flow shows natural.
No, but
this show flows naturally.
But here's what I'm saying. People like to discount Neteru, but that came right at the perfect moment, didn't it?
Well,
that came because I just said something about something about man I know Neteru, and that went right into the conversation, didn't it? Perfectly.
If thou have known, so look, if thou be lowly, first serve a wise man, that that thy actions may be good before God. If thou have known a man of none account that have been advanced in rank, what is the man of no account?
It means someone who is a poor character.
He ain't never did that.
No, he's a poor character.
He's not a poor character. But you can't recall when he did anything that should advance his rank.
Right.
So, but he's not a poor character. That's just going too far. This is just a man of no account. I can't remember. I don't know. Feel me?
Yeah, but remember, when we deal with English, when they say a man of no account, that could mean a man of poor character too.
Well, we could go into the Neteru, but they didn't write poor character. You're just changing things. They say non-account. And you want to change it to poor character so we could toil over that for hella long. Let's just deal with what's on the screen.
Okay, non-account. To me, non-account can mean poor character too. To me, non-account can mean poor character.
So
and then we can move on.
That right there let me know that you are prejudgmental and prejudiced. Because if you have no account, how could you know the account was bad? See, you just going to the negative. If you have no account, he could have done marvelous things, but you don't have an account of it.
I'm with you on that too. But
so if thou have known a man of no account, now they ain't saying he broke, bruh. They really see this. What is this? You know the Neteru. What word is this gonna be when we look at the Neteru?
I'm almost. It could be Kemet.
Account?
Or Kemet. Or something along those lines, possibly.
No, it's not gonna be that. But that's a good one, bro. That was good, but try again. So you know the story of Ipu-Er?
I think I read the text from St. Andrews. Yes.
Yeah, when they be talking about all the calamities and stuff, Ipu.
No. I've never read that text before. I came across it recently when I was doing research on something else. But
let me show you then.
I didn't read the text.
So what does this say? Let's just follow. Look, let's follow the lesson so we can learn. That's say number 10, right? So let's do this. We're gonna skip down to number 10, and then we probably should see Ipu. Right? Let me see. Now I don't know if this number is lining up with the book numbers, but first I'll try it and see. I'm gonna go all the way down to 10 and see if that's
when you really will know.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see if it even start at a 10. Is starting with a Nefer, but it got a this got an if, and then we got you love something, and this is looking different. So this ain't lining up with their 10. So I gotta count red lines, I guess. But we can still do it.
Probably a little bit before. It might be a little bit before.
Huh?
Try about 2 before and see if you see it. Or 2 after.
Well, I should have just counted red, because what I could do is count red, and that'll make it work. So it won't take that long. Just let me do it real quick. That's 1, and we gotta just count 10 reds. Sex 2, 3, 4, 5. This is still 6 though.
Yes.
7, no, but it's off. 7, 8, see it's off. 9,
Yeah.
so it's this next one. Now it should be this one, but this say something about, all right, I think it might be this one. Let's look. What does it say again? Oh, not this.
If you serve a man of no,
Yeah, you
no
remember.
man of no account be advanced.
So you see the Shimsu to follow? Here come the real Kemetic Saber, so he don't want us to read. He don't want us to read the glyphs no more.
Who's that?
Here come JJ 7000. So he want to debate you. He gonna want to. Let's hear Joey versus JJ.
Really?
But we are at the right part because it's like if so cast is not a good thing, but if you cast, this is to follow, right? So that's Shimsu, and this is a man, an excellent man.
Okay, so we
So
are in
that-
the right place, right?
So that means if you are weary, that cast word is like if you are lowly, it says follow an excellent man, and then it says good something, shim something, instruct a good leader or something. But what's up with JJ?
So Kes doesn't necessarily. But wait a minute. Doesn't that mean? Yeah, but that means wretched. Isn't that the same word we're arguing
What
about?
you mean wretched?
This word here.
That don't mean wretched, bro. Oh, you
No.
said, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's what they said for poor or lowly. You're right. If you're poor, if you're wretched.
So I was almost correct.
You're right. If you just made me say cast, I was saying cast. I could have said Hess. If
Right.
you're Hessy or if you're wretched, follow an excellent man. Now, what's up, JJ? Let's go to the English. If you are lowly, serve a wise man. That's that part.
So then they mistranslated that then Smash.
Hey, brother, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up with it?
Peace, man. I was looking at the title of your show, and I was wondering which side are you on that question?
About the Neteru?
About spirituality? Is that the name of the show?
Yeah, about spirituality. I think Baba Manochi was right when he said it's not really one ancient Egyptian word like that's for spirituality. But there's a term that is like a glorified spirit that you can see a person saying he's in that state. And so my question is, if you say you're an existent in the state of a glorified spirit, are you saying you're spiritual?
If I'm in a state of a glorified spirit, like so, and when you say state, you mean like in the presence?
Yep, in the state. That's how you feel like right now.
Yeah.
You
I
might-
mean, these people did a lot, right? They preserve the bodies for the afterlife. That would be ensuring the car's return. I mean, that's spiritual. The funerary texts that they did, you know, to guide the deceased when they use like the books of the dead. Offering and rituals, they did that. You know, that provided, you know, the ancestors, you know, connection to your ancestors and the gods. And they also had oracles and divination. So all that to me would be spiritual.
But Smash, you do know, based on the definition of the word, you could be alive and still be an Akim.
No, where at?
An Ak is what? A perfected being, right?
You can be
Is that not what it
glorious, but no, you trying to say that's not when they saying a spirit, though. Feel me? That's a different use of the word.
I'm just asking a question. Can you be alive and still be an Ak?
Well, you can be alive and be glorious. Yeah, you can be glorious, but it ain't meaning the spirit if you alive.
But this is what I'm saying. The word could have a connotation where you could be alive walking around and still be a glorified being, without having to go through the whole ritual of being wrapped up and then go through that. You could be alive.
No, that's glorified. That's fine. We glorify hella things, but they ain't all spiritual though.
And this is what I'm saying. If part of the definition of Ak is glorified, then you could still be alive. You don't have to be a spirit to be an Ak.
No, you don't.
Right.
So JJ, I mean, you ain't never heard the Ptah Hotel?
Yeah.
Well, some of these I don't remember them all, but I agree with a lot of them. They say if thou be lowly, serve a wise man, that thine actions may be good before the nature. If thou have known a man of non-account, now we was gonna go look at that. That's where we at, because we was arguing over what no account mean, and I'm like, he not saying that man is bad just because he don't got no account. He's not talking about an account like a bank account. He's talking about you can't recall anything good about this person or anything bad
Let's see the
about
word
this
and we're
person.
gonna see who's right. Once we see the grace, we're gonna know who's right.
We about to see. But I kind of already, I don't know, but I'm asking you a trick question is, how do you say an account? See,
Now,
look, that's what they, no, that's core. So how do you think they say an account?
there is no word for accounting there as far as I could see.
No,
If I'm
there,
looking correctly.
well, it's one in here. So let's start. If, now this is the Hesse,
Wretched
so
man.
you know that means bad.
Wretched,
Now
yes.
that's like, if you out here bad, follow Shimsu or whatever. A man, you see the man? Follow a man that's excellent. Akir. That's good advice. Now let's keep going. Good. We see good, but see, good shouldn't be in the. So this is a noun. And then we got this sim, right? What's this?
Doesn't that mean follow?
So be a good. They saying be a good follower, because over here they say, or maybe a leader.
Right, but there is no.
One is, well, they're not telling you to lead the man, so they're telling you to be a good follower. You look, this is the X. So you are a good follower, right? I guess.
Right.
Let's put this in here. I mean, we know that's what that is.
Right.
But now we got the nab for the Neteru. So this nab is out. This is not a Lord nab, because this core is not going to be Lord under the Neteru. Lord under the Neteru. So what did they say? They said, JJ, you want to build and stop doing this anytime and say so, it's all good. Just let me know.
But that would be something like, but that would literally translate to something like the all-knowing nature.
No, this is what they say. That all actions may be good. Remember we said good, so we got the good, but they just say before the God. This is like 60 years ago, so we could translate better than that. Yeah, let's look at, but they did a good job. Because they said, where you see good, so the good was the Nefer way back here. That's a good follower.
Right. But when you see Nefer, core.
No, this could be before. But they just saying core be under. There's a core that's before. But this say Neb core.
So then I would translate that to be Neb, right? Which would mean, it would mean Lord.
No. It mean all or something. Let's go back to the text. Right. You're going to see something like all or every.
Wouldn't that mean all?
See, they're going to word all. Told you. It mean all. See what I mean?
But the next word.
All right, let me go back to it.
Be good before the God. They missed it. That doesn't say that.
Well, let's read it literally. All under the Neteru, right? Now here go knowledge.
Right.
So we got all under the Neteru in knowledge, all under the Neteru in wisdom of you. Oh, this is the dude you ain't got no account of him. Yeah, the commoner. Okay. Because the knowledge is you not knowing him. Remember? So this is under the Neteru. Let me show y'all so y'all can follow me. Under the Neteru. Neteru is God, right? So that's ending right here.
Yeah.
See? So now it's but it's starting with another if that the text didn't start with. If thou have known a man of no account that have been in advanced rank. She might have messed that up because
something is off. Something is off.
Well, I'm gonna show you something. Check this out. This is starting with an M. That's not M. Ain't if. If is up here.
Right.
This starting with a preposition M before knowledge. You see knowledge, rec.
Right.
So of knowledge. So is it not the God of the nature of knowledge?
No.
Because
Or under the nature.
this is, so guess what this is? It's a rare case. Guess what it is? Come on now, you gonna say it.
Negation.
Y'all, you the man, blood. This is the M of negation. Because what now, if this is knowledge and this is the M of negation, what does this say? No knowledge, right?
No knowledge of him.
Of him. That's our account.
All
Feel me?
right. Well, what smash up? Well, you were correct then. You were correct.
So we just saying we don't know about him. We ain't saying he bad.
All right.
But let's keep going.
But he has a high. I don't know him, but he now outranks me.
Yeah, but you don't know about his account, but he about to get a good ass job. Watch this. It says Najest. This is Najest. Ooh, these are the commoners, like the normal people.
Yeah.
Oh, but he gonna be in front of them. Look, Kentiu. So he in front of the normal people.
Yeah.
Feel me? In the midst of what? Or there. You can say there or in the midst of. No. Why is it an end with negation here? Not you. How would you say that? He's in the midst of. Well, this is in the midst of. Let me just show you. This is an Emmy in the dictionary. I am I. It's gonna be like in the midst of. So keep going. To give, they could use an Emmy to give, but look, I think it's one of these M's in front. Well, no, it's gonna be there in. You got that? You'll see in the midst of eventually, right? And if not, I'll switch up and see if something works better. But I know it's already this Emmy in the midst of. Oh well, let's go back. This is another look. There's a negative Emmy. But it ain't this one though. It's a negative verb. Also, this is giving you the he who is in. So that's what we know the Emmy is like who is in. But I just want y'all to see it for yourself. Oh, I know why. They want me to put a Y at the end. Sorry. For the third week, they want that Y. See? Who is in? See? So that Emmy could be which is in, who is in right there, right? So the cold part is we're going to go back to the text. So you think that's that Emmy, which is in? But then why would it have a negation after it? And then say you.
Not you, great.
Huh? So this Emmy is different. Let's find an I am with these negative arms after it. That's what you got to do. One of these got to have the negative arms after it to let us know what's going on. It should happen anytime now. Dang, we got out of that? Hold on, let me go backwards. Somebody in the chat, if y'all know, let me know.
Is this the wisdom text?
Patahotep, yeah.
Yeah, wisdom text. Is this this come from the 5th dynasty?
Well, I think you're right, but it's the 4th, I think. You close. It's the Old Kingdom.
Yeah.
The 5th.
So what my question is, but don't you supposed to read this from right to left, or this is just a different translation?
That's a great question. You are right. You do read it right to left when we're looking at the primary. But then they put the homework text just the direction that English go. You feel me? So when we switch it to the homework text, we go left to right. And when we go to the primary, we going right to left. So we hadn't looked at the primary in a minute, but we about to again.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yep. So that's what that Emmy comes from, that which is in, but it comes from Emmy or that which is in the mouth. It's like a command. And then see, look, here we go. Found it. Who is in, which is in. It took me long enough to show that. So I was thinking that this was an Emmy right here. It looked like that cross. So remember, he's in front. Who is in front? So this is the front right here. You the foremost. So he in front and they stirred. But why does this have this N and this K? He's in front of you. They go to you.
Right.
Feel me?
He's in front of you.
So, and he great. Something about greatness.
No, you're not.
Oh, big
You are
heart.
not
Oh,
great.
this is great heart. So that means you big headed.
You are not.
Oh, this is not to be great hearted. Oh, yeah, there you go. Well, why would the N be right here though? Now we gotta go look at the
But the K
hieratic.
doesn't mean you.
The K means you, but if the N was negating this direction, it should be after the K. See, they writing going this way right now, so this N is before the K. Feel me? So this is saying in front of you, but it got the negate. So I think they might have messed up. This is where we go back to the primary. Because, first and foremost,
It looked like something is missing, right?
no, we jumped down over here. You gotta remember. This is a different if. This is a bar. I know. I remember we jumped down a few texts. Let's see which one it is. If, and then we got I think it's this with the cast. Let's look. Because we jumped that. Yeah, it's this one. See, it got the cast. Hesse. Y'all can see that? So JJ, you see this this is a reed leaf and then an R, right? In the hieratic, you can identify it still, because they're going to read leaf and R. Remember when we go to the primary, we read from right to left. So this is still the same thing. It's just like we're looking at it in a mirror. So it's the reed leaf and the R.
Yeah, that's it right there, man. I'm seeing it now.
Pardon me? Yep. Now this is the cast and this is the S. Now look. Oh, let me show you that here. There go the cast and the S. So this is Hesse. Then it's going to be a bar and an ek after it. Now let's see if this ain't where they would mess up anyway. But look, there go your bird, because it starts at the upper right and goes back and then that's a bird. And then this is the K, ek. You just got to remember this is the way that they write the K in hieratic. So what is this then? Anybody, do you know this, Joey?
Say the word again.
I'm just going to say this, and I'm about to take a guess. Now, I know something about these strokes, right? But look how this reed leaf is a straight down stroke. Then they got a little thing out of it, and he put a little blop on top.
Yeah.
Now this one got that, and then a straight down stroke, but then whatever this was is doing way more than that.
That's a man, isn't it?
Huh?
That would be a man.
No, it would be a man if it had his legs down here, but it don't. Feel me? I still would think it's a man. You right thinking it's a man with his hand in his mouth, but
Yeah,
I don't think that's
I
that.
would think it's a man because there's a man somewhere.
Let's look. Oh, see, it wasn't. Told you. We trying to figure it out. So it's this. See? You see that?
Yes.
Because we starting the word for Shimsu. So let's go back and look.
Why does that look like?
So that's what you got to dedicate that to memory, family. There's nothing out here telling us that. It looked like a reed leaf, but it keep continuing around. We're going to remember it's Shimsu.
Yes, that because it has the
Or Shemes, right? Wait, is it Shemes or Shimsu? This Shimsu.
Yeah.
So we just have to dedicate that to memory. To prove that we right, we can start from the beginning. Reed leaf or Hesse, they're going to bar in the K, right? Then go right here. Look, you got reed leaf or Hesse, the bar, and the K.
Right.
So that let us know after that it is Shimsu, a follower. You're going to see these two legs in the hieratic too turn the other direction. You saw them? There they go right here, see? So that let us know that this is, to remember this is Shimsu when we see it. It go all the way, because this is the S, and then there go the legs.
So that's a follower.
So that's a follower. Shimsu, but then what's going on right here? This is a man, dude. It look weird, but watch it be a man under. Oh, Sa. This is a man. Sa. Like Sa Neteru. Because this is the S on top of it. This is a little, this is an itty bitty man, if y'all can figure that out. And then that's a single stroke to let you know he's really talking about a man. So then when we come here, we definitely going to see a man at the beginning of the next line. There you go. See, he's under. So what?
Sa Neteru name. What I know he's got Neteru in it, but what does the Sa mean?
Well, Sa could mean a man, but Sa could also, well, because Sa, for a
His
man
means
is
son.
like an S. It's just an S here. It ain't no X.
His means son.
Yeah, no, this is a man. But if you say sa like that, it could be son. I don't see no
It is.
sa on the screen. Yeah, so this is just an S, and we imagine that it's an A after it. So it
So
could
you
be a
said
man of God or the son of God, depending on
Oh,
how
okay.
you're trying to say it. Sa the chair, man belonging to God or a son belonging to Neteru. I'm sorry. Now this just means Akir. It means excellent. So then when you see Akir, right here, see the reed Lee? Now we should notice something about this, because even if this is how they this is what I always focus on. In order to write this Q at the top of this R, dude went, what did he do? He went up. I don't know how he did that. Maybe he wrote this and then put this on top last, it seemed like. Because that got a smooth flow right there. So if we can understand, is a point where he wanted to close this off and make it look more like a traditional R, like this one. See? But since it's connecting to an upper word, we got to still be able to recognize that that's supposed to be an R down there. So then when we come to the primary, look, you can see it's going to be an R under the word right here. Then it got a papyrus roll that's going to look like the R2, but it got a boop popping out the top. Watch this. See, same motion with the stroke as that motion, but this means something. So that let us know this is a papyrus roll.
Right.
And it's getting easier as we look. So any of us could probably say what this appears to be, right?
And then you have Nefer.
Hold on. What do you think that is right here?
That's Nefer.
Yes, you said it. Now, but can you show people? The F is going right here, huh? And this is the same R we dealing with.
Yes.
Nefer, great. Then what we doing with this? Oh, no. Hold on. I'm going to work that out. What's all this?
That looks crazy, right?
I mean, it's just something we haven't encountered. I haven't encountered, because we know that the
That's
F
the
is...
F. The first part would be the F.
Let's peep game, though. If the F is... Huh?
I think that's the F Viper, that one.
You think it's a what?
A F Viper.
A F?
Wouldn't it? Yeah,
You think it's a... No, it's not. I can tell you. From my little method, I know it ain't. This is the F. This is your F Viper right here.
It is, right?
This right here, yeah.
Yeah. That's
I was talking about starting here. We got to start here for the next part. It looked connected, but it ain't. But I mean, you can see the double overlap. He started over here and came down. Can't you see how the ink is double overlap?
Yeah.
So it's really not connected. It just looked like.
Is that the cane? Is that the crook staff?
Oh, well, it says Nefer, right?
Right.
And then what's beautiful or what's good? What was they talking about again? He was like, we got to keep the context. If you are lowly, if you broke, and then what was this again? Oh, follow, remember?
Yeah.
A man that is Akir, excellent.
Yeah.
Now it says good or never, and then what is this? Words? Oh, this gonna be Medu. This ain't Medu, but it could be Medu. Let's see.
No.
No, it was this. We forgot that.
That's what I was telling you.
Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't hear you telling me.
I told you it was a crook staff, and you said no, it's not.
You said it was a what?
The crook.
I didn't hear you say that. If I said it's not, then I messed up. So we got that, and then this is about all knowledge. Okay, I wouldn't say no all followers, because this ain't the Lord of knowledge. Feel me? So that gotta be something about the all good.
I thought it was I thought it was all knowing natural.
Oh, they said it. We checked that. No, they said all. That was like all. Remember they put the all word up front. All good followers. Oh wait, what did you say? This is the no. This is the no account part.
No, but here's what I'm saying. I think that word, the core word, doesn't it also mean no? No, I'm wrong. I was thinking about wreck.
But look, all we leaving out is, look, we got all that part. Now it says, if you have known a man with of no account that has been advanced in rank, do not heart towards him on account that thou knowest what you know concerning him.
Do not be haughty is the word.
Yeah, hearty, whatever. Don't be naughty. Don't be mad, mean, right?
Yes, that's exactly what it means.
But all of that is happening. This is core. So under the nature, then we got don't. I'm saying, you see, concerning knowledge.
I'm with you, but that part about the nature is clearly some sort of mistranslation.
Why you say that?
She says something because she says something that says something about good nature. That doesn't say anything about good in there before the nature.
Oh, what did they say in the translation? They said something about a good nature. No, good before the God. That is right.
Oh,
let's go back. It's close to right. Let's go back because they using this as before, and you could do that. So you seeing the neb way over here, and you like, why is it way over there, huh? So let's talk about this.
But they left the neb out.
No, this right here, what type of construct is this? Why is it an adjective starting the sentence? Think about that. So this has really been nominalized. This is a noun. It ain't good as a thing. So a good follower, right? Or a good what? What'd you say this was?
Follower, right? Says him.
Watch this. What we have to do is see which word is first, follow or guide. Now look, serve is the word they use.
Right, good follower, yes.
But what do they say, guide? That all thy actions. She didn't do good. You're right. She didn't do good.
I know something is wrong there.
But this is an old ass translation, so you're right.
Good before the God. I know
they saying be a good follower, like.
I know that, right.
Yeah.
I know that's not right because it don't say nothing about.
A good guide, you good to guide you. Okay. Well, let's keep going because we've been stuck on this for hella long. So this M, rec, inek doing what?
Oh, wait. M, not knowing.
You not no knowledge to you of this this common person in front, which is in front. And now this is the part that we started tripping off. It's like in front of you. Then they say don't get big-hearted. That's big-headed. So that's like don't get angry, probably. Big-headed, and then what you got? Concerning. Now y'all know what that is? Ref is like concerning. Right? And then we got hair plus knowledge, upon knowledge. So this knowledge, concerning what you know, feel me? See, that's got a T on it. So it turned knowledge into something that was.
Every time you click on something, one set of things pop up.
I know.
I think it's right clicking. I don't know why it's doing that.
No, this thing is crazy. But now it's saying of him. Of you. Yeah, of you by him. Okay, of you by him. In front, the foremost, this is fear. He has fear. Well, when they gonna start talking about fear?
No. I think that word means aggression. Or something along those lines. It would mean aggression.
That's probably how they did it, but what they say, that's what they got Hanti, huh?
Yeah, but I think that word, because remember, I did the print.
What do you think the word is then?
I think that's another word that they use for.
What do you think this word is, bro?
That's aggression.
What do you think this metal nature word is?
I think it means aggression.
That's English. If I ask you this, you say kin to you. What is this?
I'm not. I don't know how to say it in mental nature, but I know it means aggressive.
I know.
And I did a presentation on this, and that was one of the words that came up when I was looking up oppression.
Let me show you something. And I'm about to cheat.
I know the word.
I know. I'm cheating, and so I'm not taking nothing from you. I didn't enter the word. I actually put fear so you can see. Okay? You see?
I thought it was aggression, though.
Well,
it's along those same lines.
You know, yeah, exactly. This is when we get back to talking about semantic ranges. And, you know, I don't know, fear and aggression, I mean, somehow that got to be linked, but I don't know how. Fear is you spook.
No,
Aggression is you ready to do something.
Is that a crocodile? That's not a crocodile, right?
No, that wasn't no crocodile.
Well, then I'm tripping there.
Man, you was all authoritative a minute ago.
No. I'm tripping because the word that I'm thinking about, I was looking up oppression and the word came up, but it had a crocodile in it. That's not a crocodile.
So the root of this word is the nedge, and that's the fear we get, NDG, but this got other stuff on the front of it. I can just put the N and the capital D, and then you're going to see you need protection from it too. So this is to take counsel, but watch. To protect, see, to save. So sometimes this is crazy because you got just the N and the D, you got save and protect. What is they protecting you from? Whatever you fearful of, as you gonna see, because that's just one constant in a way. So I'll be like,
I guess that would be intentional, right? Because they're trying to say the opposite. So I guess that there'd be some intention in it.
Well, remember causative S's?
Yes.
So what's something that'll cause you to need protection? We put an S on fear, right? So that's crazy how that kind of work, right?
Yeah, but it's intentional.
Because look, so this is what they did. The root, we know the root, we just looked it up, but they got it scrambled up here. They got the D on top of the
What kind of animal is that, Smash?
This is like a close to a toad as I could get. I don't know though. Because you're thinking that the tail is the head, huh?
Well, I'll say this.
That's the tail.
Let's just say it might be some extinct species that no longer exists.
Yeah, that might be that too, but I don't want to throw us off because we're doing the grammar. So really what they was telling us is if the root is the NG and we find an S on front of it, then fear is being caused. Even though they just saying fear right there, we could kind of get how that is working.
They're making that connection linguistically. So you could see.
It appears at least to be fearful. To be fearful. If you find it with just the N and the D, then you know the S is doing something.
Right. Then that means right.
So
the N and the D means protection.
The same, let's see. So that's crazy. To cause protection, that means that what causes protection? That you need protection. Fear, huh?
Apparently.
That ain't no way around that.
Yeah, when you're scared of something, you want somebody to protect you.
Yeah, I mean, there ain't really no way around it.
That's why you call it the Neteru, right? Because that's what Ramses did, right?
Exactly. That's what I said. If you're gonna call on the Neteru, then you're gonna pray, but whatever.
He did. He was scared and he called on the Neteru, and apparently.
So, but now what do you got right here? Fear is a what? Is that a verb? To fear, yeah, that's a verb. Right?
But that says...
You think it's a thing, but this says NF. He has feared. Now, what does it say? After? Are enemies? Enemies are afters. Then we got Cabaret and NF.
That's enemies, right? That would be enemies, right?
But this could also be a preposition when. One has become. One has come on. One has... when it has occurred to him.
Right.
Feel me?
What happened to him?
So what was this part that we're reading? Oh yeah, that's right, because he got promoted and he got a job in front of you. Remember?
Yeah.
So what's this fear part don't make no sense. They say, yeah, you right. Like, yeah, I feel you. Because you said it was like anger.
But then again, I think, well, she said haughty, which means like disrespectful. But that's a bit of a.
Well, I don't know how to take it to that, but
That's
kafet
she said haughty. Haughty
is
doesn't mean
when one has become to
right.
you, when one has occurred, when it has occurred to you
Yeah.
that know what go.
She
Like it's gonna be
mistranslated,
like that. You ain't gonna get the job.
but she
But,
mistranslated fair because fair and haughty is not the same thing.
huh? Oscat, what you say?
She mistranslated fair to haughty because haughty
Yeah,
doesn't mean
that
fair.
document. Oh, she gonna mistranslate hella stuff. I already know. But you know, it
She
kind
did
of
the
say
same
the
thing I
right
did.
stuff.
She did the same thing I did.
I often do that. Let's go back to the English though, because I learned something. Let not man be envious that have. No, we don't want to do that. We was on number 10. Behold, riches come not from themselves. It is the ruler for him that desires them. If he bestir him and collect them himself, the nature shall make him prosperous. But he shall punish him if he's slothful. Sloth is what? Slowness? I mean, what is sloth?
Yeah, something like something like to be slow. That's like one of the seven deadly sins, slow. Kind of be, lackadaisical, ungrateful, something along those lines.
Ain't sloth one of the 7 sins or
Yes.
something? Let me
Yeah,
ask the phone, man. What is sloth doing?
yeah.
Hey, what is sloth?
It means something like to be ungrateful, lackadaisical, unappreciative.
A sloth is primarily known as a slow-moving, tree-dwelling mammal, native to the rainforests of Central and South
I ain't
America.
talking
The
about
term
that.
also
Bro.
refers to one of the 7 deadly sins, representing spiritual apathy or laziness.
Yeah, lazy. Moving slow, being slow. Follow thy heart during the lifetime, do more than is commanded thee. Feel me? Do more than what people tell you. Even do that in a household. Like my dad used to tell me, like, I could do more than just my chores, yo. You feel me? He like, so all you gonna just like do is the stuff I
No,
tell
but
you.
that says, do not more than is commanded thee.
Oh, okay, cool. Do not more than is commanded thee. So don't do more. Then
Yeah.
somebody, okay, cool. I'm gonna change what I do. I'm gonna kick back.
Now,
Because I'm
but
over here
remember,
doing more because I didn't read the negation.
but
Now I'm just gonna do just what they tell me to do.
But just remember, though, he is. This is. Remember, this is in the context of teaching his
He's
son.
telling don't do more than I'm telling you right now, right?
No, I think he's trying to explain to him with leadership. If you're going to be a leader, when those over you tell you to do something,
Well, we're on a brand
do
new
what they tell
maxim.
you.
We're onto a brand new maxim. And he started out by saying, follow thy heart during thy lifetime. All right, that's cool. Do not more than is commanded thee. Diminish not the time of following the heart. We could change that. Diminish not the time. So I understand what they mean. It is abjured to the soul that is time of ease be taken away. This is a bad translation.
All right, so I think he's probably trying to tell his son, don't work hard at your job and not enjoy life, because it seems like Ptahhotep is probably a hard worker, and he probably didn't get a chance to enjoy his life like he wanted to. I'm just assuming that might be where that's coming from.
Look, they said diminish not the time of following the heart.
Right.
So you're supposed to follow the heart for a long time and don't diminish that.
Right.
If you diminish the time of following the heart, it is abjured of the soul that is time of ease be taken away. So you won't be easy.
Right. But remember, Ptahhotep was known. He lived a very old age and he served under several different Nasut. So he probably was one who was a hard worker and didn't enjoy his life. And he's trying to impart to his son, enjoy your life. Don't just work until you die. Because Ptahhotep probably did that, considering the age that people think he was. Because I've heard several people say they think he was 110 years old at that time. I don't know where and I was talking to Chris, and Chris said they get that figure because they add up. There are people who think that Ptahhotep at the time of that writing this or having it written, he was 110 years old. Because I heard a couple of people say that they think he was 110, about 110 years old.
I don't know how old he was, but I know that this is knowledge, though.
Right, but what I'm saying is, what the first thing he does when he writes the text is complain about old age. That's the first thing that he does.
He does what?
The first thing that he does when he writes the text is complains about old age and what old age does to
Yeah,
him.
we read that, yeah.
So he was pretty old.
He was like, man, I'm old. I kind of tell you all this stuff about life.
I'm with you.
Let's hear this. If thou be a leader, cause that the rules that thou hast enjoined be carried out, and do all things as one that remembereth the day coming after, when speech availeth not. What does that mean?
If thou be a leader, cause the rules as enjoined to be carried out. So make sure people do what you say.
Yeah, okay. And do all things as one that remembereth the days coming after. So be righteous. Don't be trying to be like this the last day.
Look towards the future.
Yeah, don't be tripping like it's the last, like you're going to get away with it because ain't no future. When speech availeth not, be not lavish of favors. What does it mean to be lavish of favors? That's why I don't like these old ass translations.
Yeah. I would think be not lavish of favors. Don't just do things for people. Now maybe we should read the Medunet and see what it says.
Well, we could go back. We done read further. Can you tell me where we are by reading this? I bet you can't.
I bet I can't either.
Bet on yourself.
Say it again.
Bet on yourself.
All right, I know we're there.
And give it a try.
I know we passed that already. So
why don't you say I bet I can and start reading from the red?
We read that already, so I know.
Read it again. It's a practice, bro.
If, right? The first word is if. Then you have wretched.
Yep. If you're wretched, if you're lowly, because you remember this cast.
All right, okay.
You lowly. Right. Remember, see, we got to we got to drill into our head what this is again. I know that's getting you right now, huh? You don't remember the method?
I don't know why you're doing this to me, Smash.
I'm going to help you. I'm trying to help. You don't remember we went and noticed how this was kind of like similar to this? Then we questioned whether it was a man with a hand up here. Then when we looked, we looked at the legs, and then we realized it was what?
A follower.
Yep, Shimsu. Feel me? So remember that this is Shimsu, and this is the SHM, and this is the S for the Su. But the
yes.
Yep, there go the legs. So then what's this over here?
That's Sa.
That's the man.
And
then he's excellent. He's Akir. I only know that this is a Q on top of an R. Akir and then a papyrus roll. So then we got Nefer, and then this is where we had stopped, remember?
Right, yeah.
So did we ever work this out? We're going to go look at this right now. Because did we ever work this out?
Yes.
We did?
Yes.
What was it?
No, that was the follower.
Oh, it was wait. So this is everything we just went over. Yes. Let's keep going. We got Akir. It was this, huh? You're right. It was this, huh?
Yeah.
So how are we going to recognize this? Hold on, bro. This is not fair. So it's basically that knife going into an M, I think.
Yeah. Sesame.
But I'm saying in order to recognize this is a knife and there go the M. So this whole thing right here is just a knife. This is the S. You see the S?
Yes.
So now I see that was an S at first, and this is a knife. So I will always remember this knife. It's not hard to remember because it goes straight back, and then it got a V at the bottom like this.
JJ still in here or you going?
I don't know. He welcome to be. If he is, he probably fell asleep because we doing too much real knowledge. He gone. So yeah, that's that knife. And they go to M, they go to papyrus roll, the 3 strokes. So where you at now? So this is a guide or a follower guide you. And then what you got for this?
Forgot, yeah? I forgot.
So what?
I forgot.
Well, I was going to say it was this, which is a KH. I'm still going to probably say it's that because it got the same. What did we slow down?
That's core.
Hold on, because I got
That's the core.
Huh?
That's the core.
This is what?
That's core.
Core?
Yes, I want to think that's core.
No, but core starts right here, and there's an R. So what's before core? See, these two look exactly the same by nature of what he did with his pen. So it ain't core. Something is before core right here. We're going to see that right here. See? There go core. Wait. See? That it was the nab ball. It was this nab ball before core. So look, these two in the Meta Neteru look fairly similar. But when we come to the hieratic, they don't. Because this is 1K, this is the K, and now that's the nab ball. So look, it is a nab ball. Feel me? It's just twisted up some. And I don't know why that line, if it's going to be like that every time. So here go, huh?
No, so I was yawning.
So under the Neteru, or whatever they say, nab, core, this nab was going back to this word in the beginning. And we got the core, the Neteru with the single stroke. We got an M bird, and then an R. So MER, is it the overseer?
No, that is the Neteru. This would be the Neteru.
Where is the Neteru? This
go back.
That's
go
the
back.
Neteru.
No, go back.
Back where? This way?
The other way.
That's forward. But all right, come on. What you talking about? This the Neteru, bro.
After core is Neteru.
Hold on. This is core. So remember how to know the KH?
Yes, but what I'm saying is after that R, that's Neteru.
Yes, you're right. Neteru, and then the single stroke, and then what?
That's an M bird.
M bird, exactly. Then another R, right? That's an R. Just thinking about the stroke. It gotta be. It ain't?
Correct, right?
Well, it would have to be, in knowledge. He wrote it hella fast, though. Feel me? And even when he wrote this one, you can see he did it different, bruh. He was writing so fast, it appeared he just said, you know what, I'm just going to go up and come around.
But you could even see that's ink.
Huh?
I said the detail is so fine on that you could see that that's ink.
I know, and you also can see where the ink is applied harder, like right here, and lighter right here to let us know he lifted up his stroke right here. Now, that's not normal, because normally they go around and come down. But you can clearly see that this... So you think this is KH from Rec? If that's the case...
I would think so.
If that's the case, look, see, this is what I mean. He broke the way that he wrote it because he was going hella fast. Because this is how he normally write it. Feel me? And you can... Everybody watching can see that this investigation is very useful. You're not about to go like that because the ink don't even show you did that.
Right. But remember, this is a pretty long text, huh? So he
went zoom. He was doing that fast, but when he got right here, he was like, I got a faster way. Shoot. Feel me?
Yeah.
Because this is still Rec knowledge, and they're going to papyrus roll. So what you got after that? Now it's starting to get all chumbled up. So but you got to realize he wrote the top line before the second line. So he wasn't having no space issues while writing this.
But it's a long text.
Well, what do you got out of this motion? Going straight down. You can go look at the other one. It don't matter. Look
That's
at the
not an
St.
M, right?
Andrews.
That's not an M.
No, it's not an M.
The one after it is an M.
The one after it is not an M, but you close. The one after it is Neff. It is an N with an F at the bottom. So the reason why you know it's not an M because you think you see the backwards 3, but it's not pronounced as a backwards 3 enough. This is an N with a ligature going to the head of a snake that's going down like this. So you're going to see Neff, NF right here, to him. So then what's this?
Huh. I have no idea.
Oh, we got to figure it out. So you see that motion? Going vroop, 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 vroop. First, this is pronounced. He's telling us something about that. But it ain't an ek like a K, because look, the K's will do that too, something like this. So maybe he's trying to tell us there's a K at the end of this because it's doing this. But then what would this be up here? Feel me? So I don't think it's a hair because this wasn't been down there. The line from the hair would have been straight.
There was a hair on it though.
Oh, this is a hair? Let me go look.
You're right.
Let's just go look and see. Where are we at right now? So we just said Neteru M rec, right? And that's the knowledge to him. Let's go back and find that.
No, there is no hair. My bad. The
So
hair is
look,
not.
here go M rec. I was right. This is the K to him.
Okay.
So watch this. Wait a minute. To him. So we got to figure this out. See, now this could be a K. This would be an F. So it's going to be an NF after this RK, bro. Look, RK, NF. Oh, this is NK. Hold on. Something NKRF. Oh, so hold on. Let's go slow. Because this is RKH. That's knowledge, a papyrus roll. Then an N and a Ek, not NF. So let's go look. How do you put Ek? It's a K, right?
Yeah.
So this is your NX. This is still an NF, blood. Let me show you. It gotta be. See, this is this. Okay, I see what's going on. This is Najes on the next line. So we are correct. Look. This is Najes. N, snake. But the S is over here. They just got it wrote different. DJ N, DJ S is a common person. And this is a bird behind it. And then they go a little man. I know it's crazy, brother, and I'm starting to see this. This is another bird, a commoner bird in 3 strokes. So this is your sparrow. Because it only take an upstroke, you draw his backbone and the little leg, and he done. But this bird that stand up taller is a uchik. And you draw his leg, and you done. He's coming off this S right here. So you might not even be able to peek him. Let me show you. So if we go back to where we was to read to people, this was the M, and then this is the rack for knowledge. They're the papyrus roll. Let me show people. The M, the rack for knowledge, and the papyrus roll. Perfect. Now we're gonna see a NF after that, 2U. So when we see 2U, if we know that this is the rack and the papyrus roll, this is 2U. 2U. And to prove that, after that, it's going to be an N and an F. So 2U, and to prove that is an N. It looks like an F. So I got to check myself. It's an N and a DJ, but it's still the snake. So I'm right. That is a snake. It's just a DJ snake. And this is the S, Najes. This is a commoner, Najes Ooh. So we should see an Ooh chick after her. Man, it only took me a week to learn hieratic, bro. At least this much.
You do know when you look down on the next line. It
Well,
is a crocodile, right?
well, I'm not there yet, so I'm gonna see that when I get to it. But we can zoom through. Let's go. So then we is in front of that which is in front of you. Don't be great hearted, and then concerning what you know. Where to go? What you know of you
Yeah,
of
right. But when you
you.
go to, but
Oh,
when you
about
go,
because there. This is about him.
well, watch this. When you go to fair, right? You see
What
the animal
when
thing
I go where?
to the word for fair.
The word
Nedge.
for what?
Fear, nedge. Nedge, nedge.
Nedge. Oh, fear. I thought you said
Yeah.
fair. Fear. Yeah, there you go.
That's the wrong animal because when you look in the hieratic, it's a crocodile. That's not the right animal.
Oh, so you saying that they put the wrong animal right here?
Yes. And I was correct the whole time. That's not the
No,
right.
no, you about to mess that up. Let's go look.
Go into hieratic and tell me if you don't see a crocodile.
So first, let's stay where we at. We at two the jest. This is the jest, and then they got the uchik and the sparrow bird with 3 strokes. Look, let's go back because you're trying to throw me off. Look, we
No,
way up here,
no,
blood. So I'm gonna have to go hurry up. So, cause you trying to get me way down here, but we way up here. So
but look,
I gotta read it step by step.
I feel you, but we're at the end of that already. Correct?
Well, what is this right here then? If you know what this is.
You see, I spoke too soon.
And I'm just learning this for the first time. So if I would have hurried up and ran off this, I wouldn't have had this opportunity. This looks like an M. I'm starting to think it ain't. Because if this is that sparrow bird, then we got a Kenti I meant to you coming next. Look. Oh, but we gotta account for the man and the 3 strokes. So that's they were the 3. That's the 3 strokes there. So where's the
That's
Kenti?
the man.
Hold on. That's 3 strokes under the Uchik though. They were the man. Okay, they were the man. So then we on a new word. So what is this then? You don't know what this is? I'm learning right now. We was about to skip over it. It's our first time.
Yeah, that's Kenti.
Kenti, blood. So that's what I'm saying. I gotta go slow. I hadn't seen Kenti yet in this text. And this is how Kenti looked. But this is the N and then this the T, right? So it's spelled out. So I already know what's going on right there. This is Kent. This is the N and then this is the blob T. I know that. This is a Uchik. So it's a chick. Oh, this is a TU bird? Let's see. Oh, nope, it's a Uchik. I was about to say. So it is Uchik. They're going to Papyrus Road. They're going to Papyrus Road. You got Emmy coming. So Emmy gonna look different. Oh, you know what? I be teaching and people be walking by on the street like, what is the nigga talking about? So that's Emmy. Remember when dude was on something at the show talking about people giving me gifts? If I get a gift, shout out. I don't get no gift when I teach like this. People just take, and never say, man, I appreciate it. Nah, some people do, like Good Brother Flag. Good Brother Flag supported so good. Somebody else supported so good the other day. I'm just talking. This is Emmy. It looks different. The way that you remember it, it looks like an English H, but it's actually just a cross. It's actually just a cross, and this is the M bird after it. So it's still that which is in. Or you feel me? That's your Emmy right there. Or you could get there by that. Now, you can say there sometimes. So if we come back over here. What is this again, Joey?
Kenti.
There you go. Kenti. I forgot. Kenti. And this is the N and then the T on Kenti.
Oh, I lost my KF.
This is the Uchik and the Papyrus Roll. So now we at the Emmy word. We at this cross and this M. See? That's this. The cross and the M bird. You know it's M bar because it's consistently got the V at the top. Now this ain't a papyrus roll. It could be a papyrus roll, but this is this is what we was looking for. They did use the negated N over this X. There is a negated N over the X. So let's go back there to you. This ain't in the game. I don't know what's going on here. This
Give me 2
shouldn't be,
minutes, Smash. I'm
but
doing something. So give me 2 minutes, right?
huh? Go
I
right
ain't going
ahead.
to
I'm just
give me 2
cooking. That's
minutes, right?
good. So this says NK, but what you see is they are right. They didn't make a mistake. It was this N and then a K. So we got to learn something. MENK. Why they using the negated arms in for this? Maybe I don't know, but I ain't gonna trip off that right now. Ooh, that was a good 3 hours after the Neteru show. I just tried to put in a little bit of more study. I was studying before the Neteru show, and I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't know what dinner was tonight, but nobody brought me a plate. I know that much. That was like, I'm cool on you. I can tell when my wife cool on me because I'm streaming too much. Feel me? I ain't tripping though. I could keep it moving. All right, so this is what we're gonna do, y'all. Give y'all a way to support, man. Check this out. Now, I got the best tangible way to support, and since I didn't do all my flash sales and stuff today, trying to make my goal, I'm gonna share this link to y'all. This is a store I run at the CEO. It's not necessarily to my. What it do is just make me be a better CEO when y'all support at that link, because I got partners that be wondering how I make the money go up so good. And it be y'all supporting up out the clear cut. Now let me give you some love. I'm about to give you a link to where you can get 25% off anything right now. Actually, you don't even have to sign up, but if you sign up for the come on man, let me help. If you sign up for it to get on the SMS messages, you can just get a free 25% off right now, or any just one time only. But let me go to Facebook real quick because I want to share this, give you the opportunity. If you are interested in obviously getting some of the best gear in hip hop, right? You can go to this link and let me grab it. I mean, whenever it pop, this is just going to be you getting on our SMS page to where we could send, like Ralph Lauren be sending me so many text messages, and I love them text messages because they tell me when they're having a sale or something. Now, if you click that, you're going to get 25% off anything you buy one time. And that's a way to have some good, tangible hip hop gear to support these teachings. Ain't no way you can't beat it. You can't beat it. And I didn't do my sales and stuff I was doing because I was here teaching. So if you feel like grabbing something, grab it. It's cool. And I just gave you the discount code 25%. Golly, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, so I'm going to go end this stream. Probably going to do a TikTok something. I'm around.
What you saying, Smash?
Huh? Oh, you there? I'm tripping. What you say?
I was there all the time.
Oh, do you wanna just stream and do your presentation?
What presentation, Smash?
Well, see, you ain't got no work. You need some homework.
Here's the thing. I didn't get the tablet yet, so I can't share my screen. I'm still waiting on it.
Oh, you know what? It's December 17th, dude. My birthday in 2 days. I forgot because I was thinking about my daughter. I'm about to be 51 in 2 days. My daughter coming back from school. That's a birthday present for me. And I'm about to be kicking it.
Happy birthday.
No, I ain't doing that. That's in 2 days from now.
What you could do if you want, maybe you could go on my page and see if you've seen the videos you want to go through since you're looking for content, because I have content.
Well, no, not right now. I'm looking for sleep. But I will do that though. But let me see. I want to get this video on my phone because sometimes I rewatch my videos as I'm going to sleep to see where I was messing up. Right? I'll be like, oh, that was an error. But I just put out a resource for people to say, yo, if they want to take that to some other scholar and tell me is there anything to that, I'm not mad. I'm not no advocate on no Kundalini. But let me see. Oh yeah.
I want to
So
ask you a question, Smash. You think I should? You think I should write a paper?
do I think you should write a paper? Yes. Hot blood. Do you see how I carved my little stuff out? By putting public papers out, and some people will refute them and some didn't get refuted. And then when they stopped getting refuted, I knew they wanted to refute them, but I knew I reached the point where they couldn't refute them.
Well, today's Wednesday. Hopefully by this weekend, I'll get my tablet. If I get my tablet, then I'll start working on something. And once I get to where I'm satisfied, you and I can do a dual stream where we can go over the paper and just critique the paper.
Yeah, it's all good, whatever.
And see what's.
I did get some orders while we were streaming, though.
That's very good.
I mean, yeah, somebody bought the Channel Core t-shirt. Oh, this dude. This the same dude. Dude is hard. So let me tell y'all something. Y'all remember the person who came in and used the code for Mr. He been supporting ever since. It wasn't no bad thing. The dude who used the code, who came in and used the code, that was for Brother Flag. He been buying stuff at my shop every day since then, and shout out to him. He already left a message how he had got some of his stuff, but one of his shirts was wrong. He was happy and went back and bought some more stuff today. Actually, he probably was watching the stream and just went and bought something just on GP. So shout out to you, family member. I appreciate that. If you don't want to hold it down, you ain't got no presentation, I would watch you, but I'm about to get up out of here. So I'll holler. Yeah, okay. I just had to let Joey know it was good. So don't take it. Don't go tell nobody Smash teaching Kundalini. I would be hella mad. I don't teach that. Hell no. That wasn't that. I just showed y'all ancient Egyptian snake that started in the coccyx bone in the hindquarters. I can show you particular texts that say between the buttocks. And they say arete is between the buttocks, and people don't know what that means. I had to teach them that at Kemet on trial almost 10 years ago. So I just hope some youngsters and some of the other people who are doing this knowledge could build on that, whether it's useful or not. Now, the other one about the spirituality, man, it ain't no word for that. You're right. It ain't that. But one could be in the state of being like an Aku while he was living. And we know that is expressed by putting forth the stative, forming a stative on the root. I appreciate everybody who watched this video. I'm probably gonna go watch somebody else's show right now to see who else popping. But thank you, and thanks for the contributions, and thanks for the support. I'm out. I'll be back soon. All right. Peace.